Hyped up, stand up, nigga.
Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Leave It on the Court podcast with your host, Jay Dimes, with my little bro, Jan S., where we talk basketball, NBA basketball. Today's the season ender, man. This is we're going to put everything all together today for the season ending, episode of our show. Of course, I need everybody to go to the Instagram. Make sure you go to the YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share. Make sure you go to that TikTok for our updates, or on Facebook. Also, you can check out for our updates. I need you to make sure you cop your merch. Make sure you hit us up for that, hashtag That's Game shirts. We're still doing the giveaway. It looks like it's going to be for the new 2K. So if you want your new 2K26 paid for pre-order, go to the videos. Make sure you drop a comment on something you like that one of us said, and we'll make sure you get that good pre-order on that 2K. We have a big show today. We're going to have quite a few guests. You know what I mean? So with all that being said, let's go. Hey, what's up, baby girl? Sky, love you, baby. Streets, what's game? What's happening?
Hey, bro, you sound kind of low. You might want to adjust your headphones. So this episode is actually going to be a special one. Like he said, we're going to be going for approximately 2 hours. We're going to get into a Game 7 recap. We're also going to talk about this season and a recap of this entire season. We're going to talk about the NBA trades. We're going to give a drafting grades or recap. We also going to talk about the ring culture question that was on Mind the Game podcast with LeBron James and Steve Nash. But we're going to start this episode off with a more personal conversation that my brother and friend of ours is having about Karl-Anthony Towns and Julius Randle. Now, this trade happened when this trade did happen at the beginning of the season. In my head, it made no sense. I thought that Karl-Anthony Towns was a much better player than Julius Randle, and that it made no sense for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Come to find out, the Minnesota Timberwolves was trying to stay out of the second apron. They were trying not to spend that money to keep Karl-Anthony Towns. Others, however, like my brother and other personalities on the internet, was saying that it was a good trade, and they felt like Julius Randle was going to be a better fit over in Minnesota. Crazy thing is that both teams actually at least made it all the way to the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, both being eliminated in different fashion, but it somewhat ended up working out for both teams in a way. How do you feel about the trade now, bro?
Well, like you said, when the trade happened, I actually called it. It was kind of a couple of people against the trade. It was some people for the trade. I felt like the playing styles and the type of players both players were, that they would fit in both teams because of the way the teams play. Like I said, with the playing styles, Julius fits more of an open player style, and Karl-Anthony Towns fits more of a structured offense. Wait a minute. So did Carl go to Kentucky? He went to Kentucky, right?
Yeah,
All right,
Karl-Anthony Towns went to Kentucky, and so did Julius
and
Randle.
they both went to Kentucky, right?
Right.
So when you come from a somewhat structured basketball culture or whatever, it's easier for you to join the league and fit in faster. Um, Julius Julius fits a more open style. With Minnesota, they play more of an open offense. You don't really see a lot of plays ran. You see a lot of Edwards at the top, Julius at the turn, more my turn, your turn type of offense. That unfortunately that fits his style. When I said Carl was going to New York, I thought that he would fit there because he's already played with Tibbs, so Tibbs kind of knows who he is. And the offense that they run fits more the type of offense that he plays. And so when I saw the trade happen, I thought it was going to be good. And I thought they would get to the point that at least, and I think I actually said, I see one of them or both of them getting to an Eastern Conference Finals or close, or Western Conference Finals or close as that. I don't know if I said that 100% sure. I had to go check the files. But I really felt like this trade was going to be good for both teams. Now, with the Knicks, unfortunately, Carl is going to have to figure out what his game is going to be according to whatever coach they get. So now we're going to see whether or not was whether or not the trade in the long run is going to be good. With Julius, he has pretty much the same freedom that he has because he has the same coach and stuff like that. So they basically just need to add somebody to the mix to make them better. Because once Julius faced a player that was more his caliber, his speed, his age, he had problems. So you need to be able to have somebody there that can pick up the slack for them days he's not there.
And that's still my problem with Julius, man. That's still my pet peeve with Julius Randle. Still can go right. Still can go right. And I was actually proud of dude. I was eating my words. We had an episode earlier, or a couple months back, and I had to take back some of my words on Julius Randle because he was balling that first round, that second round. But as you said, they played the Lakers first round. The Lakers really didn't have any bigs to stay in front of Julius Randle. Then they played the Warriors, and the Warriors became a much different team once Steph Curry got injured. Once he got put in front of some guys who were just as big or just as long or with some endurance, there were some problems.
Pause. I feel you.
He needs to figure out how to go right because this game could be very predictable for a smarter team. Golden State Warriors, Oklahoma City. That's to get them over the hump because you're right. He is a great fit. His personality is a great fit for the Minnesota Timberwolves. And Anthony Edwards, being the young dog he is, can reel in Julius Randle if he needs to.
Mm-hmm.
He simply needs to learn how to go right and be more consistent on the offensive end. For the for the Western Conference Finals, Julius Randle he started off strong against Oklahoma City Thunder. Even though they lost, he had 28. The very next game, he had 6 points. The following game, he had 24. Then the following game, he had 4 points and got benched. And then the elimination game, he scored 24 points in the elimination game. So you can see him. The potential is there. It's definitely there. What I saw a lot of with Julius Randle is if his shot was on, he was locked in. But like Karl-Anthony Towns, when their offense wasn't clicking, you can see it on the defensive end. They're not very engaged. Julius Randle is more of an effort thing. Karl-Anthony Towns, he just lost. He just looked lost out there. It's not an effort thing. He's out of place.
Because you built like an awkward, it's hard to move your feet around and get back and turn around and watch out for the switch when you built like Gumby. I don't know. What do you say? You built like a broad? No, I ain't gonna say it because this is the bras that built like him that can move. So we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna do that.
We ain't gonna do that.
That's almost giving him a compliment. We ain't gonna do him like that though. We ain't gonna do him like that though. But no, like I said, I like the trades when they happen. The Knicks and the Wolves potentially have teams for at least the next 2 to 3 years that can go far and deep. Pause. If they can maintain their squads. The problem is are they going to be able to maintain their squads once these free agent cycle goes through and stuff? It's going to really show a lot on what their teams are going to be later on if they can maintain the type of continuity. And one strike already with the Knicks is they're switching coaches. So when you have a team that goes that far and then you switch the coach, hopefully the chemistry doesn't get messed up to where the team falls off a cliff or something like that. So that's what we're praying for.
Breaking news from Leaving on the Court podcast. LeBron James opted into his $52.3 million deal to play his 23rd year with the Los Angeles Lakers, making history as the first player ever to play 23 years. However, Rich Paul is saying that LeBron would be open to a trade, seeing as though the Lakers are trying to get younger
Mm-hmm.
and seeing as though they want to build for the future. He was saying he would like to compete for a title, and if they are not on the same page, that LeBron would want to would consider a trade. So
Warriors,
there you have it. Warriors,
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 Warriors.
Warriors.
Well, we 6 hours down the street, Playboy. Come on
You
down.
can
This
stay in
price is right.
California.
Take Kaminga, take the young center. Booyah.
Oh y'all need a
Let's
center, don't
go.
y'all?
Yeah, that's why I said take Jackson, Philip Thomas, orange, blue. Take him. And
Trade
people with all
Jackson
these
Davis.
goddamn names. Just make it just what one name. Every we ain't gotta know you. Why your name gotta be the part of the last name, dude? Dang. God, everybody, people are so selfish. Well, his last name, we gotta have hyphenates. Maybe just Jesus. Anyway, um, yeah, they should just take Kaminga since he wants out. Take Jackson Orange Blue
Yep.
and and maybe a draft pick, future draft pick or something like that.
We
Get a
got all of
round over
our first round
4
draft picks for
years.
the next 4 years, yeah.
Make Draymond change his number, and we good.
So yeah, breaking news from Leaving on the Court. LeBron opted into his final year of his contract, 52.6 million with the Los Angeles
T Street
Lakers.
said it. Helicopter ride
Helicopter.
away.
Yeah. Yes, T Street said it.
Yeah, the
Also,
ride.
speaking of Julius Randle just opted in. I'm sorry, no, just extended his contract for 3 years, 100 million with the Minnesota Timberwolves. So he's there to stay, y'all. There to stay.
Real time stuff from the sports, man. We're from the podcast, man. From the NBA, man.
Yeah, man.
Hop your voice, man. You want that real time stuff, man? You can get it here. You can get it here. Hold on, man. Hold on. Somebody's me.
Talking to some real basketball heads, y'all. Um, Now back to this Julius Randle, Karl Anthony Towns, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Mm-hmm.
See, honestly, I thought I was right in my prediction, because they did start that season off shaky. Boy, they was on a 7 to 8 game losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and there was some fit turmoil until Anthony Edwards tell Julius Randle, "Hey man, hey man, we here to play around you. Go do what
Mm-hmm.
you do, and we'll figure it out."
Mm-hmm.
And they did. And I like the Julius Randle Anthony Edwards fit. I just simply want Julius Randle to work on his right hand, man. That's it. Work on your right.
I, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is exactly they're missing, but it's something.
They are missing a point guard. They are missing a point guard.
But they would have to if they got a real point guard, they would have to change their offense completely because of the way they run at the top.
They were in discussions with landing Lonzo Ball uh,
Mm-hmm.
for Minnesota, and I thought that was great.
Uh-huh.
But you now got Drew Holiday out there, and you got CJ McCollum that could be possible pickups for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They
Well, and
got if
I was
what
gonna say I would jump on that CJ Drew Holiday. I would
Drew
definitely
Holiday.
jump on fast because of the fact that defensively if he can get back to somewhat of where he was at, I think them being able to make stops in the West at that guard position would go a long way for Minnesota, because that's predominantly what you got to worry about, Steph Curry, when you playing in the West, is stopping them guards. So if they can get somebody who can make him, just maybe not make 30, 25. We can,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
they can have a shot for real.
Um, uh, More breaking news from even on the court. Nas Reed signs a contract extension with the Minnesota Timberwolves for 110 million.
I
Now,
don't understand. Ain't they paying the youngster 100 and something million too?
what youngster?
Jaden
Jaden
Daniels,
McDaniels.
McDaniels,
Yeah,
yeah.
he has 140 million.
So
So like,
you
they
got him.
actually, as somewhat, they actually got Julius Randle on a discount there. He could have asked for more money and he didn't.
Rudy on a
Um,
bad contract streets. They can't get rid of him. That's why they ain't got rid of him.
yeah, they gave up too much to get Rudy.
Yeah,
So that's my problem with the Minnesota Timberwolves too, is Rudy Gobert. He's a shot changer, a shot blocker. It's just when fourth quarter comes around, he becomes a liability for the smaller guards in the West, Steph Curry, Luka Doncic.
yeah.
They are, for me, Minnesota Timberwolves are championship or bust.
Yeah,
They need to be thinking championship or nothing else. And
yeah.
it's hard for me to give them the championship when Rudy Gobert is out there being a liability, consequently on the
I
defensive
mean,
end.
well, this is what it is for Minnesota. Minnesota is the matchup team. When you have a player like a Rudy Gobert, it's all about matchups. Um, when they can get a traditional basketball team, they match up well. But when you
Yeah,
start playing teams like
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma City and Indiana, where their centers are, they can move fast and they only like 6'10", 6'11", and they're quick, agile, stuff like that, then it becomes a liability. Unfortunately, that's the team you got to get through pretty much almost every year, and
Yeah.
at some shape, at some point in the season, that's the team you got to get to. So, like, teams are going to have to build teams according to, and this is what it always is, copycat league. Teams are going to start building teams according to the teams that's at the top.
That's at the
So
top.
agile centers, Jokic's, the Holmgren types are going to start being the type of centers that we see. See centers that can still play offense, but that can do pretty much everything else too. They can step out, they can step in. I don't think we'll ever see a center with a back down game again ever. But I mean, if we were talking about Jokic so far as backing down from the free throw and stuff like that, we're gonna see a lot of those type of things. Being that the new hotness is gonna be Oklahoma City. Um, but I think that they can get over 100. Like I said, they're missing something like a sharpshooter, I'll say like a Mike Miller type dude,
Oh,
somebody,
I got you. Yeah,
because I
because
really truly believe that Anthony needs to get back more of his SGA game than the game he's adapted to now. I think he takes entirely too many threes at that position. I'm not saying that he can't make them. I just think that SGA proved that you can go inside out instead of outside in and make a difference. And I think that's what he should be trying to pattern. And then that will open it up for somebody like that, like a 3-and-D guy that can actually make the shot. Jaden, you getting paid. You better start learning how to make some threes, Playboy. That's
yeah,
what
he
I would
was Jaden was streaky. Jaden was streaky.
do. Yeah.
And I think Anthony Edwards saw what you were talking about. We need somebody who can knock down the three, and he took it upon himself. Now he made the most threes this year, with what 307 threes. But it's one thing to be able to do that during the regular season, but it's entirely different in the playoffs when we need you to make these threes. When the limelight is at its brightest, it becomes a little different. Those shots get a little bit more tricky. So, let's get into the game seven recap between
Okay.
Oklahoma City and the Indiana Pacers.
All right. So for this segment, we're gonna bring up T Streets. Merk was supposed to join us, you guys, but he might have something going on. So
Okay.
let's get this right.
Let's get T Streets.
Why is it? Street. Oh no, I'm doing wrong. My bad.
My brothers.
My guy, T Streets.
Good family.
How you doing, sir?
Oh, bro, I'm blessed, man. Can't complain. How about yourself, bro?
We good over here, man. We good over here.
Always, man.
What's happening, Streets? What's going on, boy?
Oh, coolin', man.
Good.
Y'all boys got me over on there? I'm black on mine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
you
black on ours too.
and you've been black, but
No, that's because I was jumping out to do something.
Ready.
Is it
I'm about to
doing
come back in.
all right. I'll come back in.
Is my screen going black on your screen, yeah?
No, I see you. I see you.
It's blinking. You can ask T Street. I sent it at the bottom.
Okay.
It keeps blinking in and out.
No, I see you, big dog. T Street said he's gonna exit out and come back in.
Okay.
So we'll keep it going until we get him back. So the Oklahoma City Thunder walked away with the championship, winning the game 103-91. High score on the Oklahoma City is, of course, Shai Gilgeous playing 40 minutes, scoring 29 points with 12 assists in Game 7, man, big time. 29, 12, and 5, followed by Jalen Williams, 20 points. Chet pitched in 18. Caruso had 10. Casey Wallace had 10, man. Complete team effort to close out a tough contender in the Indiana Pacers. Benedict Mathurin finished the game with 24 points, while Pascal Siakam finished with 16, and T.J. McConnell finished with 16, Andrew Nembhard with 15. At the beginning of that game, it was rocking. It was rocking. I want to give the biggest shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder fan base. They had that stadium going crazy, man, with the whole whiteout and the way they cheer, man, the way they
There we
be
go.
up waiting on. There you go, my dog.
Streets.
Family.
What's happening?
So we talking about this game 7. Just a recap between the Indiana Pacers and Oklahoma City. How did you? Okay, T Streets. Question for
Mhm.
you:
Okay.
did you feel the Indiana Pacers had any chance once Tyrese Halliburton went down in the first quarter with 4 minutes left?
Hell no. Hell no. That
Just straight
man
out
was
the
3
gun.
for 4, 3 threes, was hooping.
Hooping.
Hooping. I don't care who you are, that's a letdown. That's a letdown, bro. Like I get Oklahoma City had a letdown too. That's
Turn
why
your
they didn't
Streets.
put it away. I got you better.
Yeah, you good.
That's why they didn't put that thing away, man, because they were shell shocked as well. But nah, Indiana ain't have a chance, bro. I thought once he went down, that was it.
Oh
Uh,
man.
so to say, well, it actually made the game a lot weaker. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
It went from a
facts.
watchable game to like, you know what I mean? Hollenberg was busting their ass. Pause. I really believe that Oklahoma was going down that night because I felt like he was smelling himself for real.
No.
I really felt like he came into the game ready to whoop their ass. Like you can tell from how he was playing. I went back and watched the highlights. I was just like, oh, it just hurt my soul. Not to mention I lost. Anyway, I'm really mad at the fact that he could not complete that game. I'm not mad at him. I
Yeah,
really felt like he was going to have one of the nights. I think we was going to see an all around Halliburton that game. I think I felt like
bro.
a 30, 10, 15 assists, 11 rebound game. I felt like something like that might have been
Agreed.
coming, you know.
Holly Magic was coming. Holly Magic, you
Yeah,
could tell.
it
Holly
felt
Magic
like,
was
and
coming, cuz.
I ain't gonna lie. I think even after they got hurt, Oklahoma City was like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
woo,
think they took their foot off the gas and they had to reapply
oh my
that pressure
gosh.
come, second half.
All right. So now let's cut loose now. Like, even
Yeah,
though Indiana was trying to keep it close in the first half, I think Oklahoma was like, yeah. And no, and then with the interview with Toppin, that kind of proved the point. He said that after he went down, it kind of like sucked the life out of him. Pause. But it really did. Like, you can tell the team looked beat. They were just like, okay, we're gonna go through the motions, play the game because we got to. But it wasn't really as much confidence there as you can see when they have him on the court. So it made the game disappointing. And as much as I hate to talk about final games, especially Game 7, that was like the worst Game 7 ever, man.
I, I mean, it could have been better. I agree. It could have been a hell of a lot better, but I mean, like I said, we were live when it happened, bro. Like we were still
Yeah,
talking, communicating, going just through the motions, ending the show up. And when I hit it, I saw it. I'm like, bro, this is
yeah,
it. Like the dude
yeah,
was the only one killing. Like he was killing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like even
I had
SBA
to
wasn't killing at that time.
Mm-hmm.
to mention, yeah, so to our viewers, we were actually on live going into game 7 of the NBA finals. And we announced here on Leaving on the Court that we think Tyrese Halliburton has torn his Achilles. And that's how
Yeah,
we ended that show.
yeah,
Yeah.
So that was dramatic.
bruh.
I was
Like
shell shocked. Like, man,
I'll
especially
be
the way
honest,
he
I have
came
no
out.
doubt, and I'll say it here. On leaving on the court as usual. Always put it on there first. I think Halliburton would have won that Finals MVP, dog. No holds bar. I think they would have won, and he would have won that Finals MVP. He had that look.
Ooh-wee.
He had that attitude in his eye,
Ooh-wee.
bro. He had it all. Like this would have been the greatest playoff run by anybody. That's the way I look
Yeah.
at it.
Especially after 5 game winners
Right,
and
right,
six. Almost like that would have been crazy. That would have been crazy if he'd have won that. Like you would
bro.
have to he would have ended all the talk. I know part
Forget
of that
superstar.
when he
Your
was
legacy intact.
yeah.
Right,
If I feel like if he would have won that, like I say, we would have it would have ended all the talk, all that superstar, not superstar, all that crap goes out the window, right? Then
Right.
secondly, um, I seen it, when he was standing on the side waiting for them to come in. You could just
yeah,
see it like you,
bro.
oh,
He
like
the glue of
what I'm
that
saying?
team. Like
You
I, I
get
get,
off
I get
so
Siakam probably
much.
better. He the glue. He's literally the
Yeah.
glue.
Yeah. And that's why I
He's
was trying to explain to people that everybody puts so much emphasis on scoring and stuff like that. And scoring is great. I'm not taking away from nothing, because my favorite player is one of the greatest scorers of all time. But my thing is that certain players do certain things. Like Magic never was the 25, 30 points a game, but he stayed in the finals though. And it was
True.
because him and Holly they have the same similar game. If you give me 21 and 10 or 11, we win it.
Oh hell yeah, hell
You know
yeah.
what I
Like
mean? If I
Halliburton don't
score,
average no 25, 30, but with them assists,
yeah,
he averaged
yeah,
25, 30.
that's what I
yeah.
mean. You know what I mean?
He,
And from what I saw in the finals, anytime he would score anywhere up in the 25s, or I mean 21s and 25s, and have that big assist game, they would win. And this is
Facts.
what that's what this game was going. I swear, that's where I feel like this game was going. He was going to
And
start probably.
last thing, bro, I promise you, TJ McConnell is a hell of a player. I'm not gonna take nothing from him. It just wasn't sustainable. He
No,
comes in off the bench and he give you that good spark. He can't give you
yeah,
that 4 quarters, 30 minutes, man, 40 minutes. Like,
yeah, yeah. No, I mean because that's like me and him, me and my brother had this conversation. It's roles. Like players have roles, of course,
Yeah.
and his role is the batter. He like the little guy from New Orleans. Like when he come in, he just running around, and you beat in for half a quarter. You like what? Slow your. You
right.
do
Grand Theft
it's
You
Auto.
like
come in with
Grand
all the
Theft
energy
Auto.
off
I
the
mean, I already
bench.
chased.
You just
I
active.
already
Yeah.
chasing somebody for like 6 minutes. Throw your little ass down. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what you feeling when he come in. You know what I mean? I played with dudes like that. Like, you know, I mean
Yeah.
playing chasing the star down for half the game, and then here come this little adjutant come in and you know what I mean? And it's not that he's great. He's just quick. And you don't want to leave him open because he gonna
No,
make it. And you know what I mean? And but like, you know, but if you guard
Tackle
him, we
his ass
good.
off.
But it's the fact that keeping up with his little mad ass. Like,
bro, he'll punish you for
why are
12
you
points in
running?
like five to 8 minutes, and you like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
Like, yeah,
yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah.
That was his thing. He would come in and give him that little spark when everybody already been playing for 12, 20, 30 minutes. You know, he come in and he re-hype the team, like, you know, and
Right.
then of course, it wasn't just him. They would come in with 4 other dudes
Yep.
on the same type timing. You know,
I mean,
like everybody's
that's what
up
made me think
because
in
they
Game
all
Seven when he came in, when Halliburton got hurt. Like that's what made them sustain to the halftime. They was up one at half. Like I
yeah.
think he brought that sustainability then, but that second half, bro, like we need Halliburton back,
Yeah,
bad.
the second half, Oklahoma City won that third quarter by 14 points,
I
scoring
think
That was it.
34-20.
and SGA just showed like, yeah, let me just
Yeah.
the
Let me
pimp is in the
MVP this thing up
building.
real quick. Yeah,
Time to put the tricks to bed. Let's go. You know what
but
I'm
yeah,
saying? It was
Halliburton was
simple
the
as
only
that.
thing standing in the way of
I think he had,
SGA killing it.
didn't he
Running
have
the
like
gauntlet.
14 that quarter or something like that?
Let me check.
But wasn't that the quarter he went
Yeah,
crazy?
he went off.
I think he had like 14 or something in that quarter.
I'm checking
If
right now
I'm not mistaken.
because he
Like
did go
especially
crazy.
because I think like the second half, like from like the 6 or 7 minute mark on,
Hmm.
he went bonkers.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean?
yep.
Yeah, he had 13 in the third.
Okay, yeah, I knew it was a high call, but it wasn't. I know 13 don't sound a lot, but
She
In a
it's the.
quarter?
in a quarter.
I mean, no, but no, when we got dudes that hitting for 20 in the quarter, you know, and stuff like
But
that.
Clay
You know,
Thompson ain't there yet. So.
but no, like, but it's the way he did it. It felt like you felt every point of that 13. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody in the crowd like,
Yep,
he did it. Oh, he did it
yep.
again. Like, you know what I'm saying? It was like those kind of shots. Like, you know, those are like if for a basketball player, if you don't play basketball, like those are soul takers. Like, pause again. But those shots make you just like, you know,
Bro, it's so
like, oh,
deflating. So
it's
deflating. Like
strong. It's
anytime you see
super
LeBron there with that body
deflating. Like,
language,
you
like,
know,
oh, not
yeah, you
again. Oh,
playing good defense, and you got his head, and it bow. He hit it again. It's like, and then somebody
damn.
miss on a rotation. It's like,
Oh,
and
you want to
then
kill
another
him?
person foul him, and he goes to the free throw. It's like, Jesus,
Yep,
somebody slap him, kick him.
yep.
Where's the
But then,
snipers when we
but then you don't
need
want
them?
to do that
Like,
because he
you
hit the
know?
free throws.
Yeah, he went 11 or 12 from the free throw line in Game 7.
You
He
see,
actually had a he actually had
that's
a
not
pretty
fair.
poor shooting night in Game 7, shooting 8 of 27. But that third quarter, he turned it
Third quarter
on.
was huge.
No, he went crazy in the third. I remember because they like even the announcers was like SGA, so ain't crazy, blah, 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 blah. Like, you
And,
know. So
and not to bring it back, but that further makes me think Indiana would have won that game, bro. Because at one point it seemed like they started depending on Lou Dort to pull up from three, and I was like, "Ooh, this ain't gonna work
Yeah,
well for
buddy.
him."
Yeah, buddy.
yeah,
So what a what I enjoyed most about that entire series, honestly, besides the players, was the two
Mhm.
fan base, man. Two small, relatively
Yeah,
small
small
markets,
market.
but that really dedicated to basketball. Like you can tell they're fans like basketball, and they was out of their mind cheering, man. So that was great to see, and I think it was great for the game of basketball. They said Game 6 of the NBA Finals had an average of 17 million viewers. That is one of the highest in NBA history. So, it,
Pure basketball. Pure
pure
basketball, bro.
basketball, pure
And that's what
basketball.
the competitiveness. That's what I like
Hmm.
about this series. It wasn't one of them series where like people had an eye. People thought they knew who was going to win it. Like everybody, like
Right.
OKC gonna whoop their ass. You
I'll be
know,
honest.
and
This one of the finals where you knew the parade wasn't gonna be shit, but the game was gonna be everything. Like
yeah,
literally, it ain't Miami, it ain't New York, it ain't LA, but the
yeah,
game is it though.
and like I have been saying in previous shows and to you guys personally, this had been probably the most even matchup we've seen in probably like a
In a
decade so
long
far.
time.
Yeah,
NBA Finals. So so far as like player for player and how the team is structured from how the coach and stuff like that by playing 8 and 9 and 10 and 11 deep with their players on both sides and stuff like that, and them having enough players to be able to do that and maintain some type of good offense when you put in a whole nother 4 or 5. They still maintain their structure, still score and stuff like that. That's stuff that you don't see no more in the basketball game anymore. You see a lot of teams, it's 2 guys, 3 guys, and then offense is pretty much based around them. And if they don't do their thing, then they don't win. But when you see basketball like this, it takes you back,
yeah,
for somebody my age and stuff like that. It takes me back to days where you had to have a bench. Or even as soon as 14, 15 Warriors and stuff like that, when it was
Yeah.
strength in numbers and stuff like that. Those type of teams are the teams are I feel are legendary because it takes a lot for stars to take the seat and be on the bench with their towels, like with the bench out there killing and stuff. That takes a lot. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Because you really want to be out there when it's time to kill. But to be able to have teams like this that are in stars that are just as happy as they back when they see their backup do good, it's refreshing for real. You know what I
These
mean?
streets.
And I would love to continue to see it because that big three and big two and stuff, it ain't working no more, man. All them threes ain't working no more, man.
I'd go as
T
Like,
far as to say
streets.
the NBA needed this finals, needed it.
yeah. But
T
I mean,
streets.
but
T streets.
most
Oh, what you got, y'all?
the basketball guys will see that.
Hmm.
These niche fans and stuff that just want to see the big teams go, they ain't gonna understand. We just saw great basketball.
Yeah, we have a lot of parity in the NBA. That's been a topic of discussion as of late, as we've seen first time in NBA history, 7 different teams winning over 7 different years in the NBA Finals. So, my that being said, T Streets, to you, a question for next year,
Hmm.
NBA Finals, Western Conference Finals. Are you taking Oklahoma City Thunder or the field?
Whew, that's a good question. Without knowing all the movement that's may possibly happen, because like I say, Brian may end up in Golden State, they'll blow everything up for me. But not knowing what's gonna happen, I'm gonna take OKC right now. Like because there's
Jay
just
Don.
too much turmoil for every other team, and
Okay.
they kind of just walk their way through the field. So I'm gonna go OKC unless barring some magic this offseason.
Jay Dimes, Oklahoma City Thunder for the Western Conference Finals or the field?
That's what it's looking like right now. I'm gonna have to agree with T Streets, unfortunately. Yeah, they they the team to beat until you
Yeah.
beat the champs. Ain't nothing
I
to
mean,
Ooh.
say.
Houston will be nice. I just don't think they're there yet, of course. But
You know,
Houston will be nice.
I think when you have teams that grow with each other and French and the GMs are able to keep the teams together like this, that's dangerous.
Yes.
And
That's
let's not
dangerous.
act like they don't have the assets to go get what they want or need if they
That
feel they need something.
I mean that's the other thing about Prestia makes them great. But the main thing is that they not tripping off that. They don't have to trip off that. They got a squad right now that they can run the table with for the next 3 or 4 years if they can keep
And
Eagles
the one
aside.
thing everybody
And
has always said, all you need is one. For a city, all you need is one. You
yeah,
get one chip, you
and,
want another one.
but
You get
I
another
will say
parade.
this. I will say this. This let me know about SGA. If
Yeah.
they go to the Western Conference Finals and actually win it next year,
Okay.
now we talking.
Now
Because
he in the conversation.
yeah, now we in the conference because you want to be great. You like,
Yeah.
no, one ain't enough. Two ain't enough.
Bro.
I need, you know
Don't
what
let
I'm
him
saying?
follow up with a second MVP or something like that next year too or something.
Like
Then we talking relafied range.
and
Well,
I
I'm gonna
want
play
to
devil's
see if
advocate
he
then.
got that. I want to see if he got that in him. If he got that, yeah.
He
You
might.
know what?
He might.
He
It
might.
might not.
I can be honest.
But
I might
it
say he
might not
might.
result.
I like
It
his
might not
film.
result in the win because we don't know what happens. You know, injury
Yeah,
happens.
yeah.
Right.
But I'm actually going with the field on this one, man.
Okay.
Okay, just to play devil's advocate, Chet, Chet is injury prone. Just
True.
straight up,
Mhm.
he's injury prone.
True.
Will Jay Will's ego become bigger than the team because they are about the team right now? Does he feel a way that he didn't win that Finals MVP, scoring,
So,
dropping 40
so
and
you give him
12?
that Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown action over there.
Yeah, Houston
I don't think
Rockets
there's.
got better.
I
The
see the
Warriors,
only
Jimmy
difference
Butler
with that.
get to train with the Warriors and for all season. You got Denver Nuggets. They're coming back. They went 7 games with them. Memphis
Without a coach.
without a
Yeah.
coach.
Did you just say Memphis out your mouth after? Man, hush your face.
I
Hush
almost
your
Triple
lost it.
face.
Triple
Hush your
Check.
goddamn face. You
Triple
better talk to
J
Lakers before you talk Memphis.
Edie about to lead the league, man. Don't play. Edie about to lead the league.
Triple J
Yeah,
Edie, Mr. Shoot 'em up. I mean,
stop it.
I'm just saying
Stop it.
The West gonna be a problem, man, like it always is.
Man,
I see that.
check this out. As long as SGA stay a pimp, it's a wrap. I want to just let you know, long as he stay up here, long as he don't get hurt and he cool and he got them basketball abilities without nothing slacking off. If he, because he can get better. That's the crazy part. He's young enough to get better. He's
Okay,
still
but
like in NBA years, your prime really is your 30s, really. From
yeah, he's
like
only
you got
26.
like 34 to 30 to 36, right? He's already got a ring at 26. Like I said,
MVP trophy,
if
scoring
he
title.
decides to go, you know what? Let's do it again. Jay Will, you better Scottie Pippen up, Playboy. I
That's
better
it.
you
Like
better
I
Scottie
agree with
Pippen
Jan
up,
on there on
Play.
the Jay Will part though. Like if he can check his ego, because it
Yeah.
can't be part of the Pippen type
He
conversation he
doesn't
might be
even
having
come
now.
off like that kind of
Do
guy.
you want to be a part of the
Come off?
Pippen conversation?
Bruh,
Does he
bruh,
come off? Does he come
bruh.
off like
Dude,
that kind of
dude
guy though?
replicated Kobe after they won. He don't want to be Pippen. Trust me.
That's
He
what I'm
don't want to be
saying.
Pippen.
So
He
it kind of
replicated
goes back to the
Kobe.
conversation me and my
Uh,
brother was having personally, where Jay Will got an opportunity to be like, you know what? Let me take my destiny in my own hands. Let me bet on myself.
and
Let me
that's
see
what
if
I've been
I could go
saying.
lead a team somewhere because
Somewhere
he's one
else.
of them
Yeah.
ones. It looked like he's one of them ones.
Yeah.
Okay,
Mm.
but that's not true. First of all, second of all,
What's not
when is
true?
he ever? When he's not averaging 30, so we not. He's
We don't
so
know that.
unless you go somewhere and he could do that at the position he plays, he's not going to be able to do that. You got to think he plays power forward, small forward. That means he plays all the dogs. So if he goes somewhere
But he
at
one of
this
them.
point in his career,
Say, bro.
but at this point in his career, he's still fairly young. This is his first time winning. Now, after two, now that conversation becomes a thing
I
Say,
because
will
bro.
say,
if he
everybody and
wins
their
two,
mama say, whenever we argue, everybody and their mama say Jordan got 6-0. He ain't lost in the finals. He's 6-0. Ain't
Yeah.
nobody ever sat down and said Scottie Pippen 6-0.
Six and
I
no.
know.
Literally,
No,
Led,
I
he
rebound,
ain't never
said
lost
steals,
in the
assists,
finals.
blocks.
that's why I said after two, that conversation might switch
Say,
because of
bro.
I
the
can
fact
see that.
like, but we gotta see what he does in the second one. If he
Remember
plays,
this.
if he plays like and they
Re-
win still, But if he shines, and we talk about, damn, could he have won the MVP against
I think either
against
way
the
Listen to
Jets?
this.
Then
he
that's a
Kyrie in
conversation.
Cleveland. He out.
Listen to this. Remember, this is his second year balling because the first year was before this year, and
No,
we was
I
True.
like,
said
he
That
should
is
be
originally.
an
that.
all-star. We was like, he should be an all-star. What y'all
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah.
He
Okay,
was balling
all
out his
right.
mind.
Let's go like this. From the person that you've seen, does he come off like that type of dude?
I mean, like I say, he emulated Kobe, bro. He wants the super max. I think he one of them. Like he even looked at Shea kind of when Shea got that trophy and was like, "This could be my." That's why Shea was like, "We could share it. I'll just keep it in my house, but we can share it." Because Shea got to soften them edges. He got to soften
Shea
them edges
smart
with
as
his
hell.
co-star.
Shea smart as hell.
Yeah, he
When
got
he
to
won that
soften them
Finals
edges with his
MVP,
co-star.
he gave it to Jay Will. Was like, "You the
Mm-hmm.
dog, you the man."
Mm-hmm.
But,
Because he know he need that to win.
bruh, Shea is smart as hell. He know he need him. The
Mm-hmm.
legacy
Of course, man. And
of the
but
best
no, and
players.
nobody
Hold
won
on, hold on.
without another guy like that, though. Ain't
Okay,
nobody ever
yeah,
won without
the
another guy like that.
legacies of the best players are
Uh-huh.
built off the backs of their teammates
Of the
and
co-stars. Yeah.
staff.
Yeah.
It,
Yeah.
it takes a whole the Jordan, Bron, Steph, all
Realistically,
of them is built off the backs of
realistically,
a.
realistically, can Jay Will lead a team to the finals right now?
I don't know, but I bet on myself.
I
Bet on
think if you
yourself.
put him on Indiana, and take Pascal Siakam off, yes. Yes. Absolutely.
I don't
Him and
know.
Halliburton and
I,
that
But
team,
he wouldn't be.
yes.
I don't
They
know.
wouldn't
I
be.
don't
But
know.
he
I don't
wouldn't
know if
be
we
the
take
leader,
Pascal
though.
off
He
though. I
wouldn't be
don't
the
know about
leader.
that.
Well, I mean, maybe not take
He,
Pascal off, but he'd have to be the leader of the
but,
team. I'm trying to make him the
but
leader of
he
the
wouldn't be
team.
the leader, though. He wouldn't be the leader. It still
I
be
think he's the leader
Holly
over
team.
Halliburton.
I
No,
think he would be. I think he
no, he
would
wouldn't.
be. All
No,
right, now
because
look,
he still wouldn't do as much as Holly does.
the draft happened 3 4 days ago.
Mhm.
3 4 days ago, Wednesday and Thursday night. I actually like how they did it. First
Yeah.
round on Wednesday night, then they had a whole segment for the second round on
Right.
Thursday night. It gave the second rounders a spotlight um, to it gave them their shine.
Yeah.
Um, this year, there were 18 freshmen drafted in the first round, and that's the most in the first round history.
Yeah.
However, what I think y'all would like, especially my brother, is in the second round
Seniors.
there were there were 19 seniors
Yeah.
drafted the second round, and the conversation around that is a lot of some of the freshmen, the sophomores and juniors, what they're doing is it doesn't make sense financially to leave college to go to
Yep.
the NBA because that second round draft pick is typically worth 600,000 to $1 million. These guys
Okay.
are making 2 million, 3 million, 4 million in college right now. So it's making it to where you're either uber talented and you're talented enough to be drafted as a freshman, or you're doing your whole 4 years
Yep.
and you coming out a more polished, ready to play type guy.
And not
Um,
thirsty for the first contract, second contract.
exactly.
I mean, it fits
It,
for the
it,
team building aspect.
it fits for the team, so it's making that makes the game more competitive in the NBA. But that being said, what were your thoughts on the draft, big bro?
Um, to go back to what you said, with the college team, I think the college should play like the NBA. I think they should throw these goddamn zones out the way and start playing like the NBA. More open offense. I think first of all they get the players to stay longer. Um, being that it is an NIL now, I think it would free up players to use their talents for real. I feel like zone stuck teams players growth. I feel like because you get stuck in this jump shot mentality and it's hard to get your game off when you playing a 2-3 or 1-3 or 1-4. So I think they should open their offense. They should open their court to more of an NBA style. I think it would make for better basketball too in college. I think it would weed out the suspect players too. I think some of these dudes that's trash to get found out for real. And it'll make for more competitive college players because now we have to really look for players that are good because the court is open now. You know, because a lot of people run zones to high trash players in. You know, now that open to the point to where now we have to go look. We have to go to the south. We gotta go to the west coast. We gotta go to these places and find these dudes who can stop these guys instead of just
Yeah.
going with
Okay.
our because instead of just going with the dude that's tall from our city and we'll just hide him in the defense. I think that's what they should do with that with college sense, especially with this NIL involved. Draft. It was uneventful, pretty much. The top that we kind of I pretty much lost interest after the top five. One thing I did find interesting was the Ace Bailey saga in Utah. That was something different because he
That
tried to
was.
pull a Peyton Manning without any Peyton Manning power, and he picked the wrong team to do it with because they have an Ainge as a GM. And if
Danny Ainge.
Danny,
anybody
cuz.
knows about the Ainges as GMs, they don't care. They'll sit
I'm gonna
your
do what I
ass. If
want.
you want to play,
Hmm.
they'll keep your contract and watch your ass stew over there. They do not
Yep.
care. They do not care. And it's been written about and spoke about in circles on ESPN and stuff like that. That he's pretty much laughing at him. The GM, Jenny Ainge's little brother is like, is he serious? Like that's what time he's on right now. Like, dude, like we'll see you at camp. That's how it's pretty much what time he's on. So what I have heard on that is that everybody's saying the right thing from his camp. We love the Jazz. You'll see us on at the summer league for the Jazz, and they won or whatever. And he would be an idiot just to just pass up almost $30 million
He ain't
guaranteed
passing up
money
a damn thing.
Ain't
just
passing the
to
damn thing.
just to try to prove a point or anything. Because at this point, that's all he would be doing. Yeah, I'm just trying
He
to
ain't
prove a
Eli
point.
Manning, none of them, bro. He don't come from that Manning Monday
Yeah.
in Long Tree. That boy's gonna show up ready to
Yeah.
play.
Um.
Yeah.
On the other
Definitely.
thing too, I found interesting that what was it? The Brooklyn Nets actually took all five of their first round picks in this draft, or they had like four picks or five picks in the first round this
They
year.
had they had 3 picks and they drafted 3 Iranians.
Okay, so well, I would like to see how that experiment is gonna go. Like, I didn't know what the point of that was. Maybe they thought they might find a Lucas somewhere. I don't feel like the Nets are trying to win, are trying to do anything to make their team better. I don't really see, and I'm kind of like shocked because it's New York, it's Brooklyn. You would think that hey, I'm gonna come out to New York and I'm playing basketball. And
They
Brooklyn
should have
ain't
went after
really.
Jordan. They let New Orleans get a pool party.
It's not, and Brooklyn's not really a place where it's not like who it's a big market still and everything. It's pretty much a new type team, tight jerseys, all that stuff. I don't understand why players don't want to go there. But then when you see them do stuff like this, it's like, okay, I get it.
I'm not
All
putting my career in
right,
your hands.
I'm gonna I'm gonna stay where I'm at, Playboy. I'm cool because y'all over there stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like
The
I don't know
Brooklyn
sometimes,
Nets
but
are a clear example of why I don't look at players sideways for requesting trades or leaving
Boom.
in the free agency. The
Yep.
Brooklyn Nets doing stuff like this. If
yeah,
I'm
Yep.
a legit star and I'm trying to win and I'm in the gym like I'm supposed to be and y'all doing this, oh, all right.
While I'm here.
So peace
Yeah.
streets. Who do you
Okay.
see? Oh, go ahead.
One thing I
Which
found super interesting in this draft, bro, and I've just started to kind of catch up on some things, bro, just because this draft has layers. That's the one thing. Like, I get what you're saying, bro, that it was kind of a dud of a draft, but this mug got some layers to it when you kind of peel it apart like an onion. The Yang kid, whoever the Asian kid that snuck into the first round from the second
Oh yeah.
round, that Rich Paul's little kind of Dylan maybe.
Pick 16
I
to
don't know what
Memphis
the Blazers are
Grizzlies.
doing with Drew Holiday and him, because I think he could be a sweep out this draft, but the Blazers might be on to something. Blazers might be on, and honestly, for him to go under the radar, it's like they had an inside track. I hate to say it that way. I don't want to put Rich Paul under no investigation, no crap like that. But, bro, they didn't even have it on their board almost. Like, he literally was in the crowd. The hat didn't fit. So you got this man just all of a sudden didn't work him out and just, I'm going to pick him? Nah, bro. That's some home cooking. And I don't know, bro. The Blazers, some with them Blazers, bro. But I like the little Asian kid, bro, because I think he a raw talent. Other than that, bro, there's a lot of raw talent in this draft. But the whole Cooper Flag and his brothers all getting drafted from the same high school joint, I think they all gonna have great careers. They're gonna play each other left and right every year. It's gonna be betting between them 4 or 5 guys every year. Every year they're gonna bet their checks. Because they brothers until they can play together like the Nova boys. But I think it's some layers in this draft, though.
This draft to me was more so of they wasn't drafting for need; they were drafting for talent.
Yeah.
Who has the most potential?
Yeah.
A lot of freshmen draft a lot of 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, and it's more so of, okay, I'm gonna draft you here, and because we already got a team in place for veterans, this is going to give you time to grow. 3-4 years. Go ahead and take your time, and we'll implement you when we feel like you're ready. This wasn't. What's up?
Quick intervene, bro. You said vets, bro. The average vet is gonna be like 23 now. Like that's gonna be long
right?
careers ahead of these young boys that they got to sit and wait for.
Long
careers.
I just think about VJ Edgecombe being drafted to the Sixers. That kid looks like he's about 20 pounds lighter than him, but he looks like Anthony Edwards. The boy got bounce. He can shoot. He's a leader. He has that hunger. He has that hunger. He comes from little enough. He was talking about how he and his mother lived off a generator for 7 years before coming to the NBA. So he's one of those ones to be on the lookout for. But Philly don't really need a two. And
Max and Paul George got them spots right now sold up.
So that's what I'm saying. Sit there, develop 2 or 3 years, 4 years. Okay, let me implement you now. Let's see what you can do. And it's
do these young players have that resolve?
Because
it's hard to get drafted first round and sit.
I was gonna say, how many players are willing to sit back and not have a Ferrari and Lambo?
I'm better than them.
Before they willing, you know what I'm saying, to be like, man, come on, man. Like, you know, so that's another thing that pertains to other conversations we have about these players being spoiled and expecting things to go.
Or will you have a weird situation where you have an 18, 19, 20-year-old kid in a first contract asking for a trade?
Yeah.
That's going to be weird, bro. Like,
but I mean, we have yet to really see that. We have yet to really see that yet, unless he was a player that actually like did something with himself.
Right.
But
we've seen cut, we ain't seen trade.
Developing players is a lost art for most teams in the league. So it's hard when you're young and if you're especially in your top 10, top 15 pick, they expect you to come in and do well because of the age of the league and the way it is. They expect you to do well. By the time you're 20, you should be close to being an all-star. That's how the NBA looks at it now because of the way they drafting so young. So development is lost. It's the teams that do develop well are the teams that do well. The OKCs, the Indianas,
Golden State.
Golden State. I don't really say Golden State too much because Golden State have pretty much had the same team for the last 15 years. If we're gonna keep it real.
Brandon Kaczynski.
They have naming players really have. He's not developed. We for the last 2 years we've been talking about how come Steve benching him. How's that developing a player?
Look at him. Look at him versus.
That's just because he's good, because he wants to be good, and he's being.
That's a good question.
He's doing what he needs to do to make sure he can get to the next step in his career. The reason why he doesn't play is because he's doing that, and I really truly believe that Steve Kerr is bottlenecking him to try to make him play within the Warriors offense, and some dudes ain't built for that. some dudes are built for
True.
wolves type offenses and stuff like that. Like, let me be free, dog. Let me do
Yeah,
me.
take the leash off.
But we know what Steve Kerr comes from. He's comes from the Phil Jackson tree, the Popovich tree. You run
Right.
this X, you run this X, and you run this O. This is how it goes. You know what I mean? When you're just the other guy, you need to block, screen away, and if you're open, be ready. And he's not that type of dude.
Okay,
And
so
so
Quentin Post, Brandon Pazinski, Trace Jackson Davis, Guy Santos, Moses Moody, Jordan Poole, like Steph Curry, Klay
outside
Thompson,
of Jordan Poole,
Draymond Green.
what
Like
outside of Jordan Poole, wait a minute, outside the big three, outside of Jordan Poole, what other player has been something outside of the Warriors?
Harrison Barnes.
No, he's not. He's trash. He's been trash. Y'all, I'm gonna slap your ass. That boy
I,
has
I'll, I'll
not
say,
been
I'll
good
say,
since he
I'll
left.
say this: Jordan Poole hasn't
He
done
has
nothing
not been
outside the
good since he
Warriors
left
yet,
the Warriors.
but
He
he
has
in New
been
Orleans,
okay
pool
to
party.
mediocre, bro.
The Golden State Warriors are a shining light for developing players, and they have been for the past 20 years.
I
Matter of fact, other programs point at the Golden State
Mm.
Warriors and have
I don't
recruited
know, bro.
their
I don't see
development.
no players that you can't name a Hall of Famer for
I'll
that
say
place.
this: hold on,
Same
time
thing
out.
about Hall of
I'll
Famers,
split,
bro.
I'll split the baby with y'all. I'm gonna split the baby with y'all. I haven't seen any development since Mark Jackson, real development since Mark Jackson.
That
Like
I'll give you
Steve Kerr
that.
has developed somewhat some players, but Mark developed an entire legacy and dynasty.
He
So I
did.
mean, they developed players before. I just don't think
Now I
Steve has
can
done it. I
see
think
that
Mark done it when he was there.
because I was speaking towards more the Steve Kerr era more than the Mark Jackson era
Mhm.
because we seen in real time Clay, Dre, and Steph
Right.
become better
And
players.
Kaminga, Moody, the rest of them hasn't really panned out just yet. So
Yeah,
yeah.
and like the Wise, he's supposed to be the next. He gone. Whatchamacallit, the other dude, Petrus or whatever his name was.
Oh,
He was
Michael
supposed
Peach.
to be Mikhail or whatever his name,
I mean, Cal
whatever.
Peach. Yeah.
He was gonna be good. Mikhail Pascal. He could have been good. He could have been like the next Petrus that played the dude that went to Orlando. He could have been like the next him. I feel like he got bottleneck in the Warrior offense too. Like, so I don't know really with the Steve Kerr era, but I will give the Mark Jackson era because we actually see them
Yeah,
dudes become
absolutely.
good, win championships and stuff like that, and it pretty much came from his tutelage.
So you saying if they don't make the Hall of Fame, then they didn't develop
No,
well?
I'm just saying that
No,
they're. I mean,
no, no. I ain't gonna say that either.
not
I ain't gonna
Hall
say
of
that
Fame.
either.
Let's say All Stars. Is
Not
there
even
any
All
other All
Star. I'm
Stars?
not even with that
No.
deep. If
I,
if you're not a solidified rotation player, if you're not getting your 12 minutes here, 14, 15 points there, if you're not a consistent rotation player, and I got to try and
Yeah, there's
plug and
none of
play you and
those.
find
There's
spots,
none of
and
those that don't already play for the Warriors outside of Harrison Barnes. There's nobody else.
yeah, yeah, Hall of Fame and
Harrison
All
Barnes.
Star is
But
a high arch to
if
reach
you
for
talking
anybody.
about Jordan, but Jordan played 1 year basically, so he has not really developed a player like you know what I'm saying.
Hey, I'm a
But
Jordan Poole fan now, man, so we have
but
to, I'm a
He
Jordan
played
but
for
Poole fan now.
5 years with
there
Golden State Warriors. Uh, like he was on the bench for the first three, and then what we saw in those 2 years, he ended up doing his thing. Kevon Looney, Moses Moody.
no, I'm talking
Uh,
about play. I was talking about players that are left that have left, not players that's still under the Warriors umbrella. I'm talking about when you say you develop a player, it's hard to see his full development when he's still stuck within the Warriors offense and having to
In the
play
system
behind
with the same
Clay
group.
in the system. I'm talking about a dude that they developed and actually went somewhere and became a great player.
aren't you? I mean, ain't that the
Let's
thing?
let
Like,
Andrew Wiggins
I'm
finish
just,
playing his career. Timberwolves Andrew
aren't,
Wiggins and Cavs Andrew Wiggins was far different
I
than
don't really feel like
Golden
he
State
aren't
was.
Andrew
you saying
Wiggins.
He only
like
played with the Warriors what 2 or 3. I don't really
I'm?
feel like he was already who he was when he got to
Right.
the Warriors.
But
He got better. He
on
got better.
to on to um um
I'm trying
shoot.
to get Curb up in here. We're gonna add V when he come. We're gonna add Vern up in here when Curb shows up. Um um Streets, we're gonna add Curb.
Yeah,
You know
I'll
what I'm
drop
saying?
off.
Yeah, you know,
So we
Yeah, I'll drop off.
yeah.
Just let me know when to drop off. I'm dropping off.
okay, so because Merc was supposed to join you, but apparently, of course,
You
he's
need me to
not
drop
here.
9, try and let him in?
No, you ain't got to drop
No,
9.
you ain't gotta go nowhere.
V, if you can see me, V, we finna add you, V. Let me see. I'm gonna try Curb again.
Leave my nigga streets
Hey,
in there.
say
What's up
what?
with it?
To leave my nigga streets in there. What's up with the streets?
Bird, my
Turn the
brother.
family
Hey,
up.
What it is.
he,
Pause.
he
Super
about to hop
pause.
on the camera and look like you about to
What's
show a
the
difference or something, bro. Like you got your muscles out. You trying to intimidate me, aren't you?
He ain't
I'm
got no
coming
damn
down.
muscles.
Before the game time.
light
Trying
skinned
to
niggas? I swear to God, bro.
for the for our viewers, yeah, we got we might have to live stream it, man. And I'm coming down there. We're gonna play some ball over in Sacramento,
Hell
man.
yeah, I want to
Sacramento,
see that.
California.
I think we
Yeah,
should though.
we might have to throw
To be
that on the
100,
camera
we
one
might have to
time to
figure out a
Harris
Think
way.
so we
so.
can finna link up and
But
show
Cause ain't
y'all
nobody
how
gonna
we
believe
get
how I'm gonna
down
do
on
it
the
to y'all.
grind,
Ain't
man.
nobody gonna
You
believe
know,
it.
we gonna see what happens. It's gonna be a lot of stuff talking by
What
me,
up, DJ?
of course. You know, I'm the
we're gonna
stuff
talk
talker.
about. We're getting into the NBA trades now. Some of the
Okay.
trades that's happened this week and in past weeks. So, uh, as of the most recent trades, the Boston Celtics have traded away Kristaps Porzingis to the
Oh
Atlanta
man,
Hawks. Boston Celtics has
Fire
also
sale.
traded
Everybody
away
must go.
Drew Holiday
to Portland.
to the Blazers for Anthony Simons. And there are a couple of teams that actually have interest in Jaylen Brown.
And y'all see Lonzo Ball went to Cleveland, right?
Hold on, let us
Lonzo
finish. Let
Ball.
him
I'm
finish.
asking. I'm asking.
Yeah,
Can we
buddy.
get to it, dog? Can we get
Yeah,
to it?
buddy. Lonzo Ball to the
Before we finish off
Cleveland
the full
Cavaliers.
trades, bro, I gotta make an apology. And my apology is to Jay Dimes. I hate doing it. It's
Ooh,
a rough
ooh,
one,
it's
but I
finna
gotta
be funny.
apologize to my brother because he did call that this blow up would probably happen and that Orlando would just skyrocket because of it. I was holding on faith that they'll keep the group together, keep the current core. But yeah, now
Ooh.
Orlando
Hey,
is
they
gonna be
took a
second
long
in the
What
time
did
East,
I
coming.
man.
They've
I
been
gotta
say?
talking
give it
about
up.
this for about a
Boston will
half a
be a
season.
play-in team next year, bro. I called that shit, bro.
You called it.
Straight up.
Did you know
My
that the
bad. Back to
Boston
the shot.
Celtics
Back
will
to the
be
shot.
making trades, or was that just based on the Jason Tatum injury?
No, they
Jay
was talking
Dums?
about that shit way
Based on
before
the
the before the
who
injury.
you
That
asking that?
salary
Are you
cap they
asking
was gonna
me?
trade.
Yeah,
Are
I'm
you
asking
asking?
you, Jay Dons. Did you make that prediction based
That's
Uh,
off the
Tatum
Jason
injury.
Tatum injury, or that you knew they were going to make some
That's
trades?
all Tatum injury. I think they run
um,
it back if Tatum don't get hurt.
Think
First
so?
of all, yeah, exactly. Once Tatum got hurt, I knew it was going to be some shifts in the team, especially since the contract issues they were having. It's going to be hard to have two dudes signed under 600 million and keep a team like that together. It
True.
goes back to our conversation with about Jalen and stuff like that, and players wanting to go do their thing still. Porzingis and Holiday are players that still got a lot of game left in their
Yeah, yeah.
system.
Yeah.
Porzingis, I think he's lost the locker room so far as a player because he's become undependable. You know what I mean? Drew was more of a money thing. They just re-signed him, so that was more of a cap move. And he was just one of the dudes that the guy had to take the hit, man. And
It
unfortunately, it
was.
had to be him
But
because
It
they
was.
knew that shit was coming,
I know
bro.
that
They've been
hurt
talking about it
traded him
all. They've been talking
a
about it
lot.
halfway through the season. Like they knew they was trading niggas. It was gonna be a
Yeah,
contract for the
so
Celtics
so
regardless.
yeah, because they had, like I said, they have been talking about contract issues and who they gonna re-sign and who they gonna get money to and stuff like that. So
I
being
even say
that
I
they
don't think they
haven't,
done. I think Derek White might be on chopping block or something.
I heard
I
they
think
laughed at
he,
somebody. Somebody made an offer for Derek White and they laughed at the nigga.
I think he might be the only one that's safe. I think out of everybody on the team, he might be the only one that's safe because his contract ain't crazy. He's more like
Wouldn't
Okay.
it be
a
funny if they trade Jalen Brown and just kept the two players who played for the USA team that didn't play?
That'd be fucking
no,
hilarious.
That'd
but
be
see
fucking
this, but see
hilarious.
this is the thing. This is the thing about Jalen.
Y'all
Nobody's
can't say
gonna
nothing to
take.
Steve Kerr. That happened.
Ain't nobody
Nothing.
taking. Ain't nobody. Ain't nobody taking Jalen's contract.
Oh no, hell no.
Jalen Browns? No.
Yeah,
Actually,
nobody's taking the
actually,
$300 million
Hold
deal
on.
on the
What?
I mean
other
the
guy.
there are
Hornets. The
about
Hornets will take
7
that.
teams that's called the Boston Celtics about Jalen
They
Brown.
do
Yeah,
got action.
calling, but you see, it has to be something that the Celtics can accept too, though.
Of course.
Just because they calling, it can't be something that they like. All right, we gonna throw you a bunch of this so y'all can get off that 300 million,
I mean
because
take LaMelo and some cash
we
consideration.
still we still talking about it's the Celtics. We're still talking about it's a team that expect to win championships. So whatever they get, they want something back that's going to whatchamacallit. Now, with Jalen having a $300 million contract, but being the other guy who is willing to trade somebody that's going to be great, because it's going to be somebody good, because they have to match the contract. The numbers have to match up. That's willing to trade for a $300 million other guy.
I don't know. I'm just saying 7 teams called. So he'd be
I
another
mean,
one of those guys that you was
but
talking about that's like
what
gamble on himself.
17 teams are we calling? Are we talking about 17 playing teams that don't really have a superstar? Are we talking about the teams that are up in the upper brackets
Okay,
that
so
have
look, this
somebody
is
who can
this.
give them
I got
up?
a good question for y'all. Do y'all think he can leave Boston and go somewhere and be a number one? Because I don't see it.
Who, Jalen?
Mm-hmm.
He could be a number one
Lord.
on a
He can go to
team.
Charlotte and leave Charlotte as the number one. Now, will they win something? I don't know, but he can leave Charlotte as the number one.
Then why
Maybe
leave the
Toronto.
Celtics? Because he's going to be the number one at the Celtics. So why leave him? I'd rather be number one with the
Hey,
JT coming
good
Celtics
back.
point.
in a big bracket, in a big place, and instead of going somewhere and being number one. If I do good, ain't nobody
We
gonna
just were
notice.
talking about it, bro. I don't want to be Jalen Williams. I don't want the demotion coming down the line because Jason Tatum got healthy. I don't want you to be like, well,
But
now
that's
you're
but that's
second
I'm
already
fiddle
calling
but
the
again.
that's
streets.
already but that's already built into the team, because he's already
But
the other guy.
all right, so I'm
He
gonna tell y'all,
understands.
I agree with both of
He
y'all. Like I'm on
understands
the
that
fence with
Jason.
that.
This is
I
Jason Tatum's team. So
Oh,
I
boy, I
agree
thought
with
there was
elsewhere,
you.
serious factors
I
about it. I
don't
thought
want
New
it
Orleans
by
was sending
default,
Zion for
but I
Jalen.
don't
But I'm
know
about
if
to
I need
lose
to
it.
really do it. I don't know if I want it by default.
team would he be willing to be traded to and still be the other guy? If you're gonna trade me, you trade me somewhere
None.
where I want to be the man.
Absolutely none.
No, if he's getting traded, he's going somewhere where he can be the guy. But I feel
He can
like
be
And
the
that's
ain't
gonna
guy.
get him in
nobody.
trouble.
And if
Like
I'm
this
him,
year, this year is
and
gonna be big for him,
if I'm
regardless if he
him,
stay or don't.
that means if I'm him, and that means it's a team that's not in the play in the running for the finals. So I'm
But I got
not
to be
signing
him, and he got
off.
to be decent.
I'm not signing off on that.
So, Vern, I
I,
I
got
I
a
can see
think
him
question
in
this
for
this
you.
Toronto
year
or
gonna be
Charlotte,
big as
man.
fuck
Like,
for him,
depending on what they have to
regardless.
give up and do or something. I can see him in Toronto or Charlotte.
Toronto,
You would like
Bruh,
to see
put him
him
next
go to
to Brandon
Toronto?
Ingram if you can keep him, or Scotty Barnes.
man.
Oh,
If you ain't sending me to the Spurs, the Lakers,
You want everybody to go to
or
the
something
Spurs,
like
He's not
cuz.
gonna be
that,
a number one with none of those
don't even
teams.
call me.
Josh
Don't
want
even call
everybody to
me.
go to the Spurs. I think that nigga work for Greg Popovich on the
No,
low.
I'm just saying. No, I'm talking about no.
That
Well,
nigga's
no, I'm
recruiting.
talking about teams that can put me
Shouldn't have put
immediately
Pop in the
in the
front
race.
office, man.
No, think about it. If I've just won a championship and been in the finals for the last 4 years, you think I want to go somewhere and work for it?
If you
I
got
mean, I don't
okay,
want to go
so
nowhere and
so
be a.
so to your question, when you ain't the if you the guy, I understand that. You don't want to go nowhere, you know what I'm saying, and rework that shit. But for somebody that's like you're only there because of somebody else, hell yeah, I want that.
But
yeah, we
no,
But
I
just
gotta
got
but
done
show it.
talking
but
about
that could
that.
be a
see,
blessing. But
oh,
again, that could be a
all right,
blessing and
but
a curse.
okay.
You
So
know
if
Can
what I'm
be, bro.
saying?
Jalen
Yeah,
that
it can
dude,
That
be.
could be a
it's
blessing and a curse.
okay then.
Facts.
So if Jalen's that dude, I'd rather show it in Boston.
I, but
I mean, you have to
To
make them get rid
Vern's,
of Tatum then at
It's
that
the
point. Or say
freaking
Tatum, you second
Celtics. It's
option.
the other team. It's only two teams that really mean something in the league: Lakers, Celtics. If I'm going to shine and be somewhere, leave me where I'm at. Don't send
Man,
me over to
Put Jalen Brown in
Don't
Chicago,
send me
man.
to New Orleans or something with the dude that's over there and he can't leave chicks' booties alone. And you want to send me over here to like somewhere like a Utah
hold
or
on,
something
y'all.
and watch me
Put
muscle up and
Hold on,
then
y'all.
lose to who? The Lakers, Minnesota, Denver, everybody
Okay.
else. Because you got to think he's not. He's going to be the man, but where's he going to be the man at? For let's get
put him
that
in
out the way.
Chicago or DC and let him build Black Wall Street up in one of
Oh
them
my
cities,
Lord
one of them
Jesus!
Now
chocolate
look,
cities.
Look, we spent too much time on this one. Vern, I got a
What up?
question for you. You mentioned
What up?
Lonzo Ball being traded to Cleveland.
Bet.
First of all, that's a great pickup by Cleveland.
Great trade.
Do you start
No, it's
Lonzo
not.
Ball,
Shut up,
Y'all
Josh.
or
watch
I'm
it.
gonna need you to
do
stop
Y'all
talking
you,
about
got a
that.
good
Let
or do
trade.
let this
you,
nigga
They
ask the
have
question.
2 point
or
guards now. Then one of the point guards is an
Josh?
all-star.
Let me
How
ask
is
Vern a
that a
question,
good
bro.
trade?
Hold on, bro. Do you start Lonzo Ball, or do you keep Darius Garland in the starting lineup?
Can I tell you what I see happening? To be honest, they finna
Run
get
it.
rid of Darius Garland. They're gonna get
Ooh,
rid of Darius Garland. Ty Jerome is gonna start, and Lonzo Ball is gonna back him up. That's what happened in
Oh
this
my God.
playoffs. If y'all wasn't paying attention, that's what happened in this playoff series. That's what happened for Cleveland in this playoffs.
No,
Darius
what's
Garland
called it
couldn't
got
get
hurt. No,
healthy. Hold
Darius
on.
is
Darius
going
Garland
off.
couldn't get healthy. Ty Jerome played that
No,
nigga out
actually,
his
but
spot.
see, but up
They are,
until he
you know what
got
I'm saying?
hurt,
Contract wise, they want Darius out of there
but no,
anyway.
but up
So get
until he
him out of
got
there.
hurt,
We're gonna go with the second year dude, let him start, and I got a vet to back him up.
no, up until he got hurt, that dude wasn't even in the conversation like that. He was
Again,
playing
once he
shooting
got
guard.
hurt, that nigga played him out his spot.
But
I'm
I'm
telling you what
just saying,
happened
but
during the
what I'm
playoffs.
saying is that if we got a healthy Darius Garden, he's an all-star. That's been proven. So he's
Bro,
not, so
did
that
they
dude is
not want
not
to
going to
trade
take his
Darius
spot.
Garland at the beginning of the season?
What?
nah.
They wanted to trade him at the beginning of the season, couldn't get off of him. He actually made an all-star, so it was like, okay.
No, but
And then as
that's
soon as he
why.
got
But
hurt, they
he
like, all
played
right, let's get
himself.
off of him.
But it played itself out of that conversation, though.
No, Ty Jerome played himself into making it easier
No,
for
I'm
them to
saying
get off that
Garland. I'm
contract.
saying Garland he played himself out of the trade talks because he started fucking balling.
Yeah, Darius Garland did make the All Star team, but to Vern's point, Ty Jerome was in the Six Man of the Year conversation. However, I I can't see a Donovan Mitchell, Ty Jerome backcourt replicating what Darius Garland and uh,
Mitchell.
Mitchell did this
But
year
it
and
got to
winning
be some
60.
other
But you need
reason
some
that they want that
defense.
nigga gone so bad, though. They've been trying to trade Garland for about a season and a half, bro.
You
I
need some
like what
defense.
BBM saying. I like what BBM saying. If Darius end up in Minnesota, people are in trouble.
That
I'm
would be
telling you,
nice.
but
That
what
would
we're
be
saying
nice.
is he'll no longer be in Cleveland. Is what you're missing. Is what we're saying. He's not gonna be in Cleveland,
But
bro.
see, I don't. After the season he just had, I don't see that happening.
He can't
Yeah,
stay
they.
healthy, and I'm pretty sure it's something else behind it. Like I'm not gonna say it's just about the money and the health, right? I feel like it's something else back there because I wouldn't let him go. I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. If it was me,
Facts.
I wouldn't let him go.
And I don't
But
think nobody.
there's
First
something
of all,
else that's going on over there that where, like I say, Ty Jerome just tricked that boy out of his spot.
but
Just saying.
first of all, he's loved by the team. The team loves Darius. You know what I'm saying? The city loves
The
Darius.
team,
I don't
the
see
team ain't paying that
what I
nigga, nor do
do
they make the
see.
decisions.
What I do see is this is what do you call that? When you trade for somebody, let's see what's going to happen. Like, let's see if Lonzo going to be healthy. Is he going to be able to play throughout the season?
There you go.
It's like it's
That's
a
that's
trial
big.
There you
basis.
His
go.
health is big.
Perfect reason
It's a
why he
trial
won't start.
basis trade.
Perfect
If
reason to
he
bring that
ends
nigga
up
off the
playing
bench.
through All Star, if he ends
Right.
up playing through All Star or to trade deadline, then that conversation might come up. But let's see how it goes first. I think that's what this trade is.
I mean, it's
Let's see
hard to
what kind
keep
of
three
Lonzo
All
So
Ball
Stars
you
on the
is.
think
team. You're
so
gonna
you
have
think
two
if
All
they
Stars
get
in
rid of
Mobley and
Garland, they're
But
not
see,
Mitchell.
gonna do
but
It's
it for
hard to keep three All
Lonzo?
Stars.
He ain't an All Star right now.
Who?
We
Who?
not in that conversation right now.
Who?
Who?
Lonzo.
I'm not talking about
No,
that. I'm asking you,
Right.
do you feel like they're gonna get off of Garland if it's due it's gonna be in the middle of the season or before the
No,
season?
I think they're gonna get off the dude you was talking about taking this spot.
Ty
I think get
Jerome?
him
Ty
up early.
Jerome?
Yep,
Hell no, you stupid.
yep. I think they
Nah.
would. I think if
Look,
Lonzo is playing, I think if they can freak Lonzo and Garland like on some old Garland play some Iverson shit somehow in some way when Mitchell is off, that they might be able to keep that going.
I just don't
Because
think
Garland is a scorer. Garland is a scorer, and he's the first one up the court, and Ball gonna get it to him.
Ball gonna get it to him. Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So if they
I
can
just
flip that
And he
to
can take
where
the bigger
instead,
guards. He can deal with the bigger guards.
When Mitchell go down, if you Mitchell go down, you bump Garland up to shooting
Shooting.
guard, but
Hmm.
then on defense you re-rotate it. You know what I'm saying?
You let
Put him
Lonzo
So
back
they
take
to
the
keeping
bigger
all
playing.
three
guard.
of them.
You
So
know
they
what I'm
keeping
saying?
all
Put
three
him
of them is
back
what
to
you're
his
saying.
real position and stuff like that. I can see him flying and Lonzo doing this. I can see that. I can
I
see that.
don't see NBA teams
Keeping three
with
point
two
guards.
6'2" point guards and shooting guards win the NBA Finals. It's simple as that.
That's not true. We just
I
saw it.
like that.
No, we
We just
didn't.
saw it.
Nigga, Jalen
Well,
Williams is
the
6'8",
team that
Shea
made the
Gilgeous is
finals had
6'7". What
two
is you
six.
talking about?
The two teams that made the finals had two guards that were over under 6'5". I mean, Shea 6'6", but I'm saying, whatchamacallit, the other team, what's his name, Nimhart. He's not
Andrew
fucking
Nim
six. He's like 6'3",
And
and
Right.
did they
and
lose?
Halliburton is like
is
6'3", 6'4".
And they lost, right?
6'6". He's
But
6'6".
no, they only lost because Halliburton got hurt. They not losing that game if Hardy played. I really
Halliburton
believe that.
6'6", and
So, but
Nimhard
I'm
is
saying
6'3".
it's the
I like
same.
that
It's
energy.
it's,
I
it's the
like that
I
same.
like that
It's
energy.
the
energy too.
same.
I ain't lying. I like that energy.
It's the same thing. It's the same thing. So it can happen.
Halliburton is 6'6", Andrew Nimhard is 6'3", and then
Halliburton no damn
Luke
6'6".
Dort
He's
is
6'4",
6'4",
man.
and
Hmm.
SGA is 6'6". Lonzo
You
Ball
know
is
they give you
6'6".
inches in the NBA. Niggas really 6'4", 6'5", and stuff for real. You know that.
What I'm saying is, but then in that case, Darius Garland is 6 feet and Donovan Mitchell is 6'1". I don't see
That
them
part.
winning an
No,
That
he's
NBA
part.
6'3".
Finals.
We know he's 6'3" for
No, he's
sure.
I
He's
not.
just
not 6'4", but he's
come
six
on,
three.
bro. Use
So
the
the
same
four
math
niggas you talk about don't
for
got
these
that too
things.
hype, but
But
the
I'm
one nigga we
saying
talking
though,
about, that's
but
his
look
true
how
hype.
good. But y'all saying, but look how good both of those teams were. What y'all saying they can't win like that. Cleveland had the best record in the East with that team.
They did, and they
Bro,
ran into
regular season
injuries, and I
record
think they
don't
would have
matter
beat.
as much as it matters in the playoffs, bro.
No, it does. It does
Agreed.
matter when your best, when your second
No,
or
it
third
matters
best
for
player goes
seeding.
down.
But when
Garland
the
got
playoffs
hurt,
start,
bro.
everybody is 0-0, bro.
Garland got hurt in the
He
most
did.
important part of the season. So you can't say that. When you take your main, he's the other guy. It was Mitchell, then him, and then Mobley.
Hmm.
So when you take the other guy down and he's playing on a bad foot, and you know how bad foot injuries is. Foot injuries is it's almost bad as a goddamn knee. So if you
Right.
sitting out there, you can't shift back and forth, cross somebody over, get back on defense because your toe hurt. And that means a lot, bro. Especially when you're an all-star. It wasn't like he was just some regular dude. We talking about an all-star, and he was hurt,
Right.
and
So
they had to play. They would have beat the Heat if he's healthy.
Jordan Poole is
And
headed to the New
with
Orleans
that
Pelicans.
short ass lineup that y'all say can't win, they had the
Oh,
best record
okay,
in the
bro.
East. That makes no sense. And then the team that ended up in the finals had a similar short guard
Who gave this
lineup.
nigga a Red Bull? Shut up.
Jordan Poole is headed to the New Orleans Pelicans for along with Sadiq Bey and the
Sadiq Bey, that's gonna be a
and the
sleeper.
40th pick of this past draft for CJ McCollum and Kelly Olynyk. Um,
Scoring, Merc. I'm talking about scoring.
I like what
Jordan
Washington doing.
Poole in New Orleans
It's a pool party, man.
with Herb Jones and Trey Murphy and Zion and DeJounte. I need to know, T Streets, are you excited about this one?
I am. I am, bro. It brings some scoring. It takes some scoring off of, you know, of course Zion, and when he does not, injured, unfortunately. But
Okay.
I like the fit for him because it's a new space to get all that Washington toxicity off of him. The punch is long gone, so we ain't talking about it no more.
Facts.
Hopefully he can move forward with his career, bro, and he can become a good. I think him and DeJounte can be a hell of a backcourt, bro. Like if they take it
Okay.
serious, they just two unserious players. If they was serious, like DeJounte serious, I ain't put that
Yes.
smut on his name.
But
But
Yeah.
I feel you.
if them two can mesh, they small,
Yeah.
but if they can mesh, bro, with Zion behind you, Trey Murphy, them boys, I think they make a little noise, bro. For sure playing. For sure playing.
That being playing. I
Okay.
would say
So
this. I like it, but for a totally different reason. I feel like the model that Washington is putting out is going to change, get the league back to where we kind of need to be. Where it, like, if you notice, Washington has got a vet at every spot,
Number
right?
vets.
They got a vet in
Very.
the backcourt, they got a vet in the guards, and they got a vet in the center. Now these niggas ain't finna start or whatever. They got a little
None
bit
of them
because
niggas
these niggas.
healthy.
But what I'm saying is their job is to go. Their job is to grow
Yeah,
up their young dudes. They're going to play all the young dudes.
yeah,
But
Merc.
they're finna get coached by some
no,
vets.
man,
This is what the league has been missing, period.
no,
Like, we ain't had no vets since Udonis Haslam. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
these young dudes having vets CJ
Y'all,
McCollum go in
Hey,
there
bro.
and teach the guards, and you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? Like
Y'all
that's
Chris
what I care
sound
Middleton,
about. I don't care
y'all
about the
Chris
rest of
sound
it.
Middleton,
stupid
CJ,
and
and the
crazy.
boys ain't about
Y'all
to get it
sound
done. I ain't gonna lie.
stupid and
I'm not saying
crazy right
nobody's
now.
finna get it done. Either one of them niggas in the trade ain't finna make no noise.
Y'all
What I'm saying,
sound
the model that
crazy.
Washington
Right.
is putting out, we need vets in the
Y'all
league, bro.
sound crazy right now.
Huh?
Y'all just put a nigga who don't work hard with another nigga who don't practice with another nigga who don't work hard. Are you serious?
You talking
You
about
put
New
two
Orleans?
idiots. You putting two idiots on the court. That's what.
Hey,
Have y'all?
man.
Did y'all miss? Did y'all miss him catching through a backboard pass in the game? He was losing by 30. Are y'all
You
serious right
losing by
now?
30.
Are we talking about the same dude who's sitting up there and decided the ball because the girl was on the sideline? You finna put him
Hey,
with a dude
hey,
who
why you
can't get
saying that
over
we getting
you.
the courtside seats too?
You
Why you
can't.
saying that we
You
getting the
finna put
courtside
him with a
seats?
dude.
Hey,
That
You
man, that
finna
man gonna
put
put up
him with a
50
hey, my
this year.
dude.
He
point
gonna
had
average a
nothing to do
Will
with that. I was
average. He
talking
put up
about
50.
Washington.
You finna put him with a dude who can't leave females alone. With a
Hey,
dude that's
him and
trying to score
Zion about to
50
make
and
Dallas
score
their
of a
new
girl.
home, brother.
Man,
Forget
Him and
Dallas. Him
Zion
and
finna have
Zion gonna
about 8
dominate
kids right
Dallas.
now. Watch.
Man, come on, man. Y'all just talking out the side of y'all neck. Y'all
Okay,
know this dude
I
don't
was
take
talking about
bro. But
Washington.
I
I
think
he
they
wasn't
do
even
don't
got the
talking
take the
about New
talent.
game
Orleans.
serious. He showed that in Washington over and
This a new
over
start,
and
bro.
over again. And you putting him
This a
with
Okay.
new
another
start.
dude who you putting him with another dude who don't take the game serious, who shows
Sometimes you
you
need a new start,
over
man.
and over and over again. And
That
y'all
nigga
think
got to
that's
stop
gonna
talking
Sometimes you need a
work
shit,
new
out?
bro.
start, bro.
That nigga disgruntled.
Honestly, bro, I think y'all lost out on CJ McCollum, man. I think he was your best player,
Y'all
honestly.
tripping, bro.
Like
You
CJ
I
McCollum
don't
tripping.
know, man.
was a
Y'all
He
fucking
was the
you
most
took a
problem.
dude
consistent
You
who
player
want
because
Billy
of
studied.
Belichick
injury.
fan street?
He was the most
Man,
consistent.
come on, man.
Yeah,
You took a
yeah.
dude. You took
I
a
mean,
dude
by
who's
default, this is what it is.
you took a dude. You took a dude who's even killed, who's pretty much the same guy. You know what I'm saying? A leader,
I get it. No, I get it. I love
a
CJ,
voice
bro. I'm
in
not
the
gonna take nothing.
locker for a dude who's an idiot. Who's
I won't put no
literally
smut on
showed
CJ name,
he's an
but they
idiot.
got a dude who
Like
is younger, a dude who
it'd
can
been
average
different
more,
if he
a dude who
showed
was used to being in the starting
if
lineup that wasn't off the bench most of the time. I mean, he gonna be all right, bro.
no,
He
bro,
gonna be
you
all
took
right.
a dude who hasn't showed no maturity with another dude
He
who
was
hasn't
young,
showed
bro.
no
He
maturity.
he getting older. He was young.
Man,
You got to give him
no,
some
he just
grace,
did that last year, T Street. What are you
but you got to give him
talking
some grace
about?
to grow, man. Like he got room to grow.
With a dude who hasn't matured yet, you want him to grow with another guy who hasn't matured yet.
Man, Dejounte
All
didn't
right.
even play last year. We can't really put that smut on his name, bro.
Man,
He
Hey,
was
come on.
look,
dogging in Atlanta for a bit.
I'm not
Vern, I
talking
got a
about
question
DeJounte.
for you.
I'm talking about
Yeah,
Jordan.
I'm with it.
Talking about
Hey,
who?
Vern.
I'm talking
All
about
right, all right,
Jordan.
all right. On
No, I'm
to the
saying, but
next
you say put
guy.
him with another person that don't work hard.
I'm talking about Zion.
We're talking about Zion. On to the
Oh
next.
Don't do
On to the
man,
next guy.
oh,
Hold
that
on,
man
hold on.
just
don't
been
Y'all,
injured,
wait, wait,
man.
wait,
oh,
wait.
don't do that. Don't do that.
I need the
That's
mute
you
button. I
put
swear
another
I do.
idiot
I need the
with
mute
another
button.
idiot.
Hey, like
What
Dre
are you
Look,
on
talking
ESPN.
about?
look, we
And you
got the
think
Yeah,
weight
you
under
finna
it's like
control.
it's calling in the
It's
restaurant. I need the mute button.
Ozempic Zion this year. We gonna be all right, bro.
man,
He
no,
said
you
All right,
not.
J.
You
Ozempic
J.
finna
Z.
get
All right,
OZ.
J. Don.
you finna
OZ,
get Zion play
we
half
got
the
ounce in the
season.
building. OZ in
You
the
finna
building today, man.
you finna play have Zion to play half the season, get a girl pregnant, get an injury, season over.
This
That's what's
dude
gonna
is
happen.
Okay.
crazy.
Damn, Murray,
All
This
right,
don't do
G.
guy's
that.
crazy.
All right,
This
G. Street.
guy's
So,
crazy.
with the addition of Desmond Bain, with the injury of Jason Tatum, with the injury of Halliburton, with the injury to Dame, where does the Orlando Magic finish in the East?
Six
I
or
retract
seven.
all that shit from the
6 or
last show. I
7.
retract it all. I retract it all. They're gonna be top three. I
You
retract it
say,
Man,
all.
Vern, you say
I'm
6 or 7?
I'm saying 5, 6, or 7.
Five,
I thought
six,
between
or
I'm
four and
with
five,
seven.
but I don't know now, bro. I
Okay.
thought
You
between four
still
and five. I said
I'm
that
pushing
last
you
show.
like this.
They
I
top
I'm
think
three.
lightweight with
between
streets, but I
Hold
feel
on, hold
like
on.
you
Hey,
still got to
Vern.
figure out how to win. You know what I'm
Slim
Okay.
saying?
Joe.
You still got to figure out how to win. That's a
no they
process.
don't. No they don't.
Okay. So you got
I
to
see
finish
them
5, 6, or
anywhere
7.
between 3 to 4
3 to 4. Okay.
because I feel like
Well, you say that.
wait, time out.
Let me see.
Because
Mm.
Halliburton got hurt so late. Because
Done for the season. Tatum
I
done
He
for the
out
really had
all
season.
Nick.
season.
I
Yeah,
really had
Dame done for
Knicks.
the
I really
season.
had Knicks, Indiana 1-2. Because I feel like Indiana, if Halliburton don't get hurt, they come back on a different height. Like, you
So
know what I'm
now what
saying?
it
So
look
I
like
feel
for
like
that?
they would have been in the top. It would have been like Knicks and them, and you know what I'm saying, up in the top too. But with Halliburton being gone the whole season, I see them maybe drop down 2 spots, possibly 3, possibly 4, because he
Yeah.
means a lot to that team depending on who they pick up. But Orlando jumps definitely for where were they at, like 6, 7. They definitely jumped to 4 or 5. Actually, they weren't that low. Weren't Orlando?
No, no, they were six, I
Orlando
think.
It
Orlando
was
finished
6.
as the
So
seventh seed.
I see a
Seven,
3
seven.
spot jump. I see at least a 3 spot jump for Orlando.
So, quick
Based
question,
off
fellas.
injuries and stuff like that. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
up?
I'm not
If
just
healthy, do we think Kristaps Porzingis moved the needle for Atlanta at all? If healthy, we putting
Look,
healthy.
look,
no.
look, 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 look. Atlanta Hawks. Watch out for them.
I do. I
That's
do.
all I'm
They
saying.
are a
That's all I'm
I
sleeping
saying.
do.
team.
I
I'm
think
not
they
saying that they're
replaced
going.
Indiana. I think they replaced Indiana. Where Indiana would have been, I think the Hawks might jump that spot depending on
Okay.
injury. Young
I
is a
don't
And
think.
young is
and
a little guy. Young is a little guy, man.
as
I
well
don't
as
think
Gotta
I
that
don't
they're
think
going to.
we seen the last of Pat Riley this offseason. I think the Heat make a move as well.
For who
Look,
though?
Zach, their first round draft pick and Zachary Ricochet and Dyson Daniels was in
Yes.
the conversation for Defensive Player of the Year. Trey Young, the most underrated point guard in all the NBA,
Facts.
25 and
Facts.
10 every game.
Facts.
Now they're getting Kristaps Porzingis, and I think they still got Clint Capella.
Yep.
Yep. And that's
all right,
perfect. That's what I
Like
was telling. I was trying to tell.
they
Homeboy
sneaky,
told
That'd
me
be
time
that
out.
kind
shit
of
the other
nasty,
day.
bro.
they
That's
sneaky
true.
over there.
We almost done with this segment because Curb finna come up on the next one. Curb, we
Bring him
finna
up.
have you come up on the next section. Next one.
All
We're gonna
right,
break
so
it down. All right,
uh,
Streets, appreciate you coming up, bro. You know what I'm saying? I
My
really
brothers,
do
man.
appreciate my love for
T.
joining us and stuff, man. You feel me? I really appreciate you,
Streets,
dog.
my
Thanks,
dog,
thanks.
my brother.
Streets is
All right, fam. I'll
rocking.
be down in the comments, fellas. Y'all have a great show still, man.
Yes,
For
sir.
sure.
Streets
What's
is
up?
Stay
rocking.
tuned. Stay tuned. Merc, I'm gonna kick you in your neck when I see you, Merc, because you missed your window.
That's like 3 times in a row, Merk. Just saying, man. Yeah, let's bring our cousin Victor up on the
Vic,
panel.
join the live, Vic.
As soon as he come out, I got a question for Vic. He's gonna finish
He
off our
said,
trade
"Hey, your boy
segment.
Merck says it's gonna be a nice
All
year for
right.
the Knicks with no
Turn your
coach."
camera, son. You gotta flip it.
No, everybody just gotta turn their head. There you go.
There you
All right.
go.
Vic, what
So,
up,
all
big
right, I
cousin?
want to introduce
Hey,
everybody. This is my big cousin, Curb. You know what I'm saying? He's also somebody who participates in our comments and everything. Curb, thanks for coming up and joining us. I really appreciate you, bro.
Cause so
thanks for
Big
having me.
cousin
Thanks for
Kurt,
having
what
me.
up, man?
What's
Kurt,
happening?
question for you. Does the Kevin Durant addition to the Houston Rockets move the needle for you?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Just because he can catch and shoot, he don't have to do all that much stuff. Just he can catch and shoot, and he play. I mean, he's been staying healthy, unlike KP, Kristaps Porzingis. Like I don't have any faith that Kristaps gonna be healthy. I don't have faith that Zion's gonna be healthy. But KD keep himself. He's been relatively healthy these last few years since coming back from that Achilles. So, um, yeah, as a scorer, as somebody can get buckets when they need them, that's what they need. Just somebody get a bucket. They need
he
somebody to get a bucket,
he
and he's
definitely
definitely.
strengthened their starting five, but I feel like it thinned out their bench.
They bench.
Yes,
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
So
that's
they
what
got
I
rid
was
of.
gonna
but
go
he's a
with.
guy that I mean he's a guy that he needs toughness around him. He need and I think they have the Warriors were a system head to toe that between that championship system of having Draymond pounding on people and there was a system that you really have to be the
Mhm.
offensive system and everything. It was really a system. I think Houston. I think they have the same warrior mentality without so much constraining structure, and that's gonna let him. They're gonna let him play a little bit more, especially the offensive system. They're gonna let him. They're gonna let him get buckets, but they also have a strong leader in Ime Udoka. So I think it's a great spot for him, and I think I think it's gonna be a big deal for them.
I
What
like
you
I
that,
have,
got?
man. What you got,
I have,
big bro?
I have two questions.
What's
Oh
up?
First,
shit!
first question: when has he played good next to a center?
What you talking
Oh,
about,
he plays.
KD?
When has KD played good next to a center that
Uh,
plays good?
what's the name in okay see
Oh,
He's
Serge
never played
Ibaka.
with a center. He's never played with a center that averages 20 or more.
And you say that
okay
to say what?
to say that I think this is going to take a lot away from Shangoon. That's first because they play in the same realm of areas, except for
Having a
when.
Kevin Durant takes away from a lot of everybody, bro.
And
Everybody's gonna lose a
so
couple shots a
that's
game when
first
you get
thing.
a
So
Kevin Durant.
that's taken away from your other All Star because y'all playing in the same area. Second thing, when has Kevin Durant led anybody anywhere outside
He's
the
not
third?
leading. He's not leading. He's not
Outside of
leading. He's
OKC,
not
when has
leading.
he
I'm not.
ever led? He
He's
is
not
the leader
leading.
of the team.
No, he's
Once
not.
they
No, he's
traded
not.
Green, we ain't following Shangoon.
Ime
Shangoon is the
Udoka.
baby.
Ime Udoka's leader. That he gonna lead that team.
I
He's
actually, I'm
he's
gonna
a
counter
big.
both of y'all.
He's a big personality, big coach,
I'm gonna counter
and
both of
they got
y'all.
Van Vliet.
Van Vliet is going to be the spoken leader of that team.
Yeah.
He
Mhm.
has the personality to be that.
Can he get a
That's why I
Kev?
think this
Can
work
he
a
get
lot
Kevin
because
to
Fred
Yeah.
listen?
Van Fleet
I
and
agree.
Kevin Durant are
100.
polar
Can,
opposites.
Yeah.
can
Fred Van Fleet know how to put people in their place,
Yeah.
as we saw, especially in that Game 6 and Game 7, and he knows how to deal with somebody like Kevin Durant.
you don't know that, first of all. And Kevin Durant hasn't done good with authority that we've seen yet. He done argued with his coach, and he had an argument with another authoritative figure with Golden State. So we have yet to see him do that yet. So
Van Vliet is
when you Van Vliet, Kevin Durant is going to look at him like, "Who the hell are you
Van Vliet
to
ain't gonna do
talk
that
to
to
me
KD.
like
He
that?"
gonna do that
And
with
we gonna
everybody
keep it a
else.
bean. And
He gonna
Kevin gives off that vibe like he's that kind of dude. Like, nigga, who is you talking to me like that?
look.
He not shown that in his
Nah.
tweets
So
and
like
everything that he does. He has this. Who are you to be
so
talking to me like that? Am I
look.
lying or not?
You're not lying. You're not lying.
Maybe with Twitter and shit, but I don't know
I,
about basketball. I would
look.
say with Twitter, yes.
Did he
I
not
call
have an issue with Westbrook? Yes.
Ja,
Did he not have an
I would
issue
have had
with
an
I,
his
issue with
coach?
Westbrook. As
Did
nice
he
as I
not
Every
am,
have
you
an
should
issue?
not be shooting
Did
the
he
ball
not
more
have
than
an
me.
issue? Did he not have an argument with both coaches on the Phoenix bench?
And they
Did he
talk
not
about
have an
bringing
issue?
Westbrook to Houston too.
look.
Did he not have an issue with Draymond? That he has not shown that he can take another guy that he feels that is not his caliber
Bro,
talking to him like
you
that.
don't even play for the Warriors. You got a problem with Draymond. That some
But
shit just come with the
the point
territory.
I'm trying to make is, but the point I'm trying to make is he's a sensitive guy.
I call KD alpha
He's a
insecure.
sensitive guy.
He an alpha
And the way
insecure.
Van Vliet was talking
He
to some
alpha
of them dudes,
insecure.
I don't
He
see
want to be
him
the
grabbing.
man, but he ain't secure, and he don't walk around like he ain't that Mike Jordan where he know he the man, and he just gonna just whip everybody. He wanted everybody to let him know he the man more than he just gonna just dominate you and just be the man. But I
But
think
I'm
Fred
talking
Van
about so
Vliet.
far as teammates, though.
I
I'm talking
know,
about
but
when the
I
when
don't think Van Vliet ain't gonna be trying to check Kevin Durant. Van Vliet
No,
gonna
no,
not
he's
like
run. He
not.
that.
gonna run over the
No,
rest of the
he's
guys.
not.
He
He's
gonna
not
leave the
going to
rest
try
of
to
the
check
dudes,
him.
and
But
they gonna leave KD space
You
to
how they
do
move the
be KD.
goalposts?
They gonna leave KD space to be KD.
that's what I'm saying,
That's
man.
all
You hear
KD want
me?
to do. He like,
Man,
man,
you
I
hear
want to
me?
show up. I want to practice hard. I want to play hard. I want to win.
Man,
I don't want y'all to
Kevin
pick. I don't
Durant
want y'all
has
looking
yet
at
to
me for
show.
leadership.
Kevin Durant has yet to show that his points result into wins.
He's won
I don't
everywhere.
know
Cuz
about
how you
yeah.
say that?
I
No,
don't
he has
know.
not. No, he's not been
I get what you're
since he's left
saying.
the
I
Warriors.
understand
He's
what you're
not been out
saying.
of the
I
third round
understand
of
what
the
you're saying.
playoffs.
I understand what you're saying.
Since he's left the Warriors, he's not made it out of the second round.
No, I absolutely understand what you're
Okay,
saying.
so
Situational.
I do
up three
understand what
one
you're
on the
saying,
Warriors. Up
but
three
I
one.
think this.
Fortunately, they lost. I mean, but he was handling his business, right? They
No,
won
I'm
the
not
Warriors.
talking
This
about
is
when he
Hold
was
win.
on. You
on.
got
I'm not
man,
talking
you
about when
got
he
to
was
say
on
that.
the Warriors. I'm
I'm
not talking
saying
about when he was on the
they
Warriors.
won in Golden State. He went to Brooklyn. He was carrying Brooklyn damn near to the finals. If it wasn't for him stepping on the line, they go to the
But
Yeah,
he
fucking
this
didn't
finals
though.
versus
I mean,
Milwaukee.
is
So
almost
you
don't
can't say
count.
no, cuz with that you can't say that he ain't doing what he's supposed to do.
But I'm saying, but no, I can because he didn't do it, Vern. What are
it
you
was
talking
Stepped on
switches,
the
about?
bro.
line, cuz.
And
You
James
act
What are
like
Harden
you
that take
talking?
hurt,
away
But if
and
everything
he
he ever
didn't,
Kyrie
did
didn't
for
no.
want
them.
to
But
get jabbed.
if we're putting KD in the pantheon with the Stephs and the LeBrons and stuff, he has
That
yet
wasn't a
to do
topic.
that. But no, what I'm
Yeah, that
saying
wasn't
is,
a topic.
if no, it's not the topic. What I'm saying is, when he's getting traded to Houston, this is what they're expecting from him.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
Yeah, I don't think
I
so.
don't
This
think
is what
so.
they're expecting. They're
I agree.
expecting
Look,
you,
I agree with Kirby Yon. Van Vliet is going to be the leader on the floor, but Udoka is the leader of that team. It
man.
don't
You don't
everything is
Agreed.
going to
sign
go through Ime
KD to
Udoka,
finish
bro.
in second place.
His personality is that
Okay,
everything's going to
so
go through Ime
okay, all
Udoka,
right.
bro.
So what was wrong in Phoenix?
Huh?
What was wrong in Phoenix?
Nigga,
They let go of they
they
let
had two
go of
two
3/4 of
guards.
their roster to bring in Kevin
He wasn't
Durant,
the problem in
and then turn
Phoenix.
around
They
and
had
grab
two
Bradley Beal.
guards. One with
They
a
had a
no trade
bad
clause.
JM.
Hey, bro,
Um,
it's no way in hell that team should not make the playoffs. There's
That
nothing
was a
y'all can
badly
say to
built team.
me say explain that.
You had two guys that played the same position that don't shoot no, that don't pass the ball. You got
But
Kevin
we
Garnett
still
and
though
I mean
they
you got
but
Kevin Durant and then you don't have a point guard.
once again,
Then you don't
KD,
have a point guard, bro. It's a
but
badly
KD is
built
supposed to
team.
be one of them though. With
Bro,
that team, he should at least make the playoffs.
I
that's
don't
being
care
a
who
number
you
five
are.
and getting on Ozempic, bro. That don't make you a six. You're a four. This is
so,
a smaller four. Like, what are you doing?
so we had a conversation about ring culture on last episode, and then I thought I would love to bring it back for my big cousins Curb and Vern.
Yeah.
So on an episode of Mind the Game, LeBron James and Steve Nash is taking questions. Now, one of the exact question was, um, when did ring culture become so prevalent, or why is it more prevalent in the NBA versus other sports?
Go
And
first, John Legend.
I really need to hear y'all takes on this. And
Can
we're gonna
I
start with
testify to
Curb.
that? Oh, Curb.
Oh, okay.
No. You on this bitch every time. We heard you.
Yeah,
So you act
let
like he got
Curb
a
get
guest
It's
in,
spot
my
man.
today or
show.
something.
I'm
You are
supposed
on
to
the
be
show.
heard. It's my show.
You are on
It's
the
my
show.
show. It's my job to be heard.
Goodness, Stephen
Uh,
A.
uh,
You goddamn
look,
right. I'm that
it,
Let
show.
our guests get off, and
it was
then
Mike.
you can definitely
It was
go.
that post Michael Jordan because Mike said, "I want to get more than Magic. I need to get more than Magic to be the greatest." And I mean, that's what he was measuring. It was that's what Mike took. It's the post Michael Jordan era, and after that, everybody was trying. It was a ring count. Everybody went ring counting, and it simplified and dumbed it down. But it also is this 24-hour sports culture, this 24-hour sports media culture, just like the news is dumbed down, where there's a whole bunch of stuff that doesn't matter that gets reported widely and evaluated and double evaluated. So I mean I think it's a confluence of just this 24-hour sports culture where you got to just have something to say about somebody. You got to have something to talk negative about a guy, like about guys. And then it's that post Mike where Mike went on, he got his six, one more than Magic, and he made it a point, and Kobe made it a point that I got one more than Shaq. And so, everybody it's kind of got dumbed down. Like so much, I mean, a lot of stuff has been dumbed down with, news isn't really informative anymore. It's entertainment. Sports media is not
Oh,
informative. It's entertainment. This is just entertainment stuff. People, I mean, I watch these podcasts and sports media, and I'm like, these people cannot believe the stuff that they're saying right now. I just,
Mm,
after game one, they like the series
mm.
is over. They lost by, or in game three, they won by 30. The series is over. You've been watching basketball long. You've been watching basketball. You get somebody get mobbed by 20 and come back and win the next game. Every series, 10 times,
Every time. What's up?
and they every and you watch the post game from knowledgeable people. They've been watching basketball longer than us, and they're like, well, so and so won game one, and I just can't see how they're gonna stop them for game two. I'm like, what you talking about? You know this is just the first game, and now this game
Yeah,
is 70. I'm like, man, come on, man, you guys can't
you
believe
right.
that stuff. And they see somebody get mobbed by 30 in a series. It's a 7-game series. They're like, the series over. I can't
yeah,
see how they're gonna come back. I mean, you're like, come on, man. This game doesn't have nothing to do with the next game. There's gonna be adjustments. There's gonna be different stuff's gonna happen. They was hot. It was away. And it's not people. It's hot takes. I mean, these people making a hot takes. They got to have something to say, something to talk about somebody, something to hold somebody to. Um, just somebody to hold
I'm
somebody
finna get
to.
on my car Malone. I'm
Go
gonna tell
ahead.
y'all a story. I think sums the whole thing up. No,
okay. What's
but
up?
no, I think it's a series of small shit, right? It was Jordan. what 1990 or whatever, right before he went to the finals and shit.
Yeah,
Even before he got to the finals, they was already calling that nigga the greatest player ever, right?
But they
So
also
then,
but they
hold on,
also used to dog him. Remember, they used to dog him. They said he scored too much to win a championship. He's not gonna
I
win a
got you,
championship
I got
from
you.
80,
But once, but
86,
once he broke,
87.
but once he broke that seal, it was like, all
yeah,
right, let me see how many he can get. Is he gonna catch Magic? That's small shit, right? But
right.
again,
You on mute. You on mute.
You on mute,
Vern,
Vern?
you on mute. We can't hear what you're saying.
my bad, my daughter was calling. But you got Bill Russell and Kareem out here that damn near double his ring count and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do
Just
you
trying to
give him
keep
that title? How do y'all give him that title so early, right? But then
Right.
I'll tell you something else that people don't even think about is just put you in your conscience. Every time we watch NBA TV or NBA on TNT, every
Okay.
time Barkley and Shaq get into it and Barkley say some shit to Shaq,
just try to keep the
it's,
cussing to the minimum.
my bad. What is funny as hell, his whole comeback is, well, you ain't got no rings.
Well, you
You
ain't
ain't
got no
got no
rings.
rings. And
You ain't got
subconsciously,
no rings.
bro,
As you
that
said
that
that, glad you
conversation
said
starts
that.
to pop up. Now, wait, it's like, well, was Barkley good? No, Barkley was that dude, but he ain't got no rings. Was Malone good? Yeah, he's that dude, but he ain't got no rings. So now
Yeah,
you start looking for the Barkley and Malones in the league. You start looking at KG. Is he gonna get one? Tim Duncan got three. Is he gonna get one?
yeah,
You're looking at Kobe
Tim Duncan
like,
got
well, you
5.
got three with Shaq.
Oh,
Are you
man.
gonna get one
All right,
without
all right,
Shaq? You know what I'm saying? So
right.
subconsciously,
all right.
you're counting those
Allow me to
rings, bro. It's a
interject,
series of
man.
small stuff.
Let me tell you this. First of all, ring culture started once we started being able to see basketball on TV. And that was when Magic and
Nah, I
Bird.
don't think it was that important back
Let him
then.
finish. Hold
No,
on.
wait.
Let him talk.
Let me
He let y'all
finish.
talk. Let him talk.
This is when Magic and Bird started. Because the thing was, Magic had to have more than Bird. The Celtics, the Lakers tried to get the Celtics for them for that little pocket of time from like 80 to 87 when they was going back and forth. That's when ring culture started. That's when it's been. That's when it was okay. How many more rings can within this pocket of time with these two players, Bird and Larry, who can get more in that pocket of time? That's where it started at. And it's an actual conversation with Magic during the '92 basketball year when they went to the Dream Team. The
Yeah.
main its argument was in there. I got five. I got
Uh,
five. Larry got three. You got two. I got five. So this is when ring culture started. Then it became more prevalent in the media with Jordan and stuff like that. Then it became a thing because, like you said, it became him saying, I got to get one more than Magic. I got to get one more than this person to be put in the pantheon with this player because that was always his argument is I want to be spoken in the same realm with these players,
I don't
which
think he was. I think he was
That's
trying to get
okay
there because
though.
his
no,
competitive
that's what he
nature. He just
actually
wanted to.
said out his
He just
mouth.
wanted to win.
He
He just
said,
wanted to
no,
win
he
one
said
more.
out
Just
his
like he
mouth.
wanted to win
He said,
at
no,
pennies.
he
He wanted
said
to
out
pitch in
his
pennies. He wanted
mouth
to win that too.
verbally. He said verbatim.
uh,
So I can be put in the same conversation with Magic and Bird. I gotta win this race. He said that out his mouth.
all
He
right.
said that.
Yeah.
So when you start talking these the conversation with Shaq and Bird and stuff like that, what are we playing for? When you start downplaying the fact that we're rings don't mean anything, that's a problem because we're telling the youth that hey, oh, you don't have to win a ring. You can still be great.
Nah, I
But
don't.
in all actuality, and when you're walking in the rooms
I'm
with the
next.
Shaqs and the Kobe's, the conversations is, well, nigga, you didn't win a ring, and that's what it is. The game when you come to the court, it's about king of the hill. Whenever we done came to play basketball, we ain't trying to be second place. We ain't cool with just being the dude that scored 25 when the other dude on the other side done scored 30. So when did this culture become a thing to where, oh, I mean, yeah, you was great, even though you win a ring, you was great. When really the conversation is for you to be able to have a conversation with me is, look, you got rings, I got rings. That's what it is, and that's the reason why Shaq can say that to say that to whatchamacallit.
But
That's the
hey,
point.
let me ask you
What's the
this, because
point of
just
playing
like somebody
basketball if you're
somebody
not
put in
here to
there
be on
Scottie
top?
Pippen. Can Scottie
What's
Pippen
All
the
right.
say anything to Charles Barkley?
Huh?
Hold on, wait a
Is
Yeah,
minute.
Scottie
but you
Pippen
can't.
next on the
But
chart,
that's the
Parky?
problem. Once you start diminishing dudes that have done it and didn't win,
No.
like I
Then you
get it.
should
Can,
It's a
have
can I
lot
get
of
in
won
there?
it's
it.
a lot of
Then
Hold
you
greats
on.
that don't
should
got a
have
ring because they
Wait a
won
played in
minute.
it.
Jordan
Wait a
You
era.
minute. Wait a
should
minute.
have won
I
it.
let all three of y'all
You
talk.
should
Let me
have
in there.
fucking won
Yeah.
All
it.
right, let Cuz go.
But
I want to hear this.
All right. I love this conversation. I love it. All right. Great point bringing up Pippen. But the first thing I'm going to say is the reason why I feel like it's more prevalent in basketball than it is in other sports is because the ability for one player to change the entire game.
Yeah, I got
It's
that.
you play offense and defense.
hmm yeah.
You score, you stop.
hmm
You have more of an impact as a single player on the game,
Yeah.
and it's a way to say, yeah, your team won, but I won. You know, I did it as the number one
Yeah.
guy.
King of the
Number
hill.
one guy. That's the key right there because we brought up Scottie Pippen. As a hooper, as hoopers, we think Scottie Pippen is great, don't we?
Yes, we
Yeah.
Matter
do.
of fact, on the NBA, on the top 75 list, Scottie
Yes.
Pippen is ranked at number 32.
Yep.
Yeah.
A little
However,
high, but
however, Allen Iverson is at 30.
Uh-huh.
Iverson ain't got no rings, but he's ranked higher than Pippen
Uh-huh.
because it's the manner in which you won these rings, right? Were you the number one guy on that team,
Mm-hmm.
right?
were you riding, or you driving the bus or riding on the bus?
Uh-huh.
That
Or
part.
were you
That, but
driving
just
the
like,
bus
but
or were
just
you
like,
riding on the
but
bus?
Still can call it
like
busting.
Street said, it's a gift and a curse. Kai,
Now,
it's hard. It's hard because you gotta have somebody. Even with Mike and everybody else, it had to be somebody else.
let
Magic
me
back
finish.
everybody. So
Let me finish. Let me
Let him
finish, Uncle
cook.
Judge.
Let him cook.
Rest in peace to my uncle, man. I love you. I
Rest
miss
in
you.
peace. So,
Second or third, we also got to understand this. These number ones, Jordan, Bron, Curry, their legacies was built off the backs of their teammates and the staff. Without them, they don't win these rings, especially six of them, especially five of them, especially four of them. They don't get it done. Pippen was paramount in Jordan winning. Klay
Facts.
Thompson, Draymond Green, paramount in Curry winning.
But the
Bron,
management matter enough to I gotta go get Rodman to make sure y'all win another three. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I gotta
man.
make sure this roster is moving. Yeah, so that I feel that.
Now the you said something earlier, Vern, about diminishing legacies. Sometimes the casuals they will diminish a legacy, like calling somebody trash or something like that. Like, bro, I played in the NBA 15 years. I averaged freaking 25 points for 15 years. I did all this.
You can't
You're not
call me
trash.
trash. I got you.
Can't call me trash. I know I didn't win a ring, but man, Charles Barkley got a MVP. But but this is sports. This is how we
yes,
separate who
yes,
who's best, who's
yes,
here, right? Like
yes,
now, I can have I have six rings. You had two rings. I'm in a different conversation than you are. I'm not putting you down, bro. But there's a
The
reason why
yes.
I'm up
conversation is
here.
different. I agree.
And
But six
that's
I
is
what
agree.
I
different
was.
than two.
That's all I'm
Six
saying.
is different than four. Like now,
But that's all I was saying in the first place.
of
That's what the
course.
point I was trying to make.
Now, what T Mac and Gil said something interesting, right? Because winning a ring is also a team accomplishment. No one is doing it by themselves. No one.
Oh, I
You
got
got to have a
something.
team to do it, right? Um, so T Mac says something like,
Replace
"You
me
don't
with
think I
Kobe.
would have
You
won
don't
the
think I'll get a
ring
ring?
had I been switched? Had you switched me out with Kobe Bryant and I had Shaq in the Lakers? You
Can I
don't think
tell you
I
where
have
I
a
had a
ring?"
problem with that though? Can I tell you where I had a
Well,
problem with
I
that
do
statement?
have a problem with that too
That nigga
because
had Yao Ming.
I
He
was
did
just
have
gonna
the
say
out.
I watched something on YouTube
Get
where
out the first round.
they went over T Mac's series during that time frame when he lost two series, two to
Up
three
3-1.
series, up 3-1. So you had opportunities, and
Facts.
this is where we get to the levels. This is where we get to the goddamn levels. Kobe ain't letting you beat him, and he up 3-1. Mike ain't letting you beat him, and he up 3-1. Steph ain't letting you beat him, even though LeBron did it. For the most
And you
part,
can't say that it happens.
I know, but I'm just saying, for the most part, he's not losing a 3-1 series. So all I'm saying is that it's levels. It's levels. And it's the
Mm-hmm.
reason why I can say, bruh, you can't cross the apron or you can't sit at the table. And that's what we play for. And see, and the thing is, that's why I spent that extra hour you did. That night you went to the club, guess where I was at?
In the gym.
That night you was on a plane with your homies or on a boat and over there kicking it with everybody. Guess where I
See,
was at?
I'm
That's
I'm
the
a firm believer.
separator.
I agree
That's
with
the
you, cuz
separator though. That's
I
the
do agree
separator
with you.
though. So
We
when you sit up here and complain about you didn't make it over the hump, maybe you didn't practice that day and you should have. Maybe you should have spent that extra hour that day shooting them that extra 1,000 shots. Cause
What's
Kobe
what's it
did,
what's
cause
it mean
Steph
for
did,
what's it mean
cause
for a guy
these dudes did.
like Gary Payton? What's it mean for a guy? Do you
Gary
GP hit him
Payton
Gary?
one of
couldn't
the
get over the
rings.
hump. He
Huh?
I
couldn't
will
get
say
over
that.
the hump.
He
They
got
had
he
a
got one.
team. They
He
had a
got a
team
He
ring.
to
got one in
He
Miami.
got a
He got
ring,
one in
He
they
Miami.
got
had
one.
it. They had a team to beat the Bulls.
but they didn't.
No,
But
but we're not. I'm not.
but
I'm just saying, like, and I mean, GP will say he contributed, greatly to
no, I'm
that.
not saying
He can.
that we're diminishing the other guys, but the conversation is different when we start talking about the room. When we start
Yeah,
talking about the
I'm
free
just
room,
asking.
it's
We
not
care
saying
about
that
that
you
example
trash.
too. We understand that. We understand that.
It's
But now
not saying that you trash or anything that you didn't help us win. But
there's
you want
another
the
level.
guy. It's
You want the
nothing wrong
guy.
with not being the guy. It's cool with not being the guy, and you got as many rings as me. Yeah, but it's the reason why I'm the person in the getting all the hits in the media. It's the reason why everybody's talking about why my dad died and possibly being my gambling. It's the reason because I'm that guy. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like these dudes don't have the opportunity to be these guys. We seen Pippen without Jordan. Yeah, he got to the conference finals, but did he get to the finals with the same exact team?
It
Okay,
wasn't the
now
same
No.
look.
exact team.
Now
But I
look.
They
got you.
did have the same
Uh,
exact team. They didn't have Jordan. They had literally had the same team without Jordan.
in that conversation, they had that. Bron said it does matter, right? But he said it's not the end all be all. Like you
True.
just can't. He
Oh
got
no, no,
six
of course
rings.
not.
He got two
Yeah.
rings. He's just
Yeah.
better. That's the end.
No,
Not
no,
the
of
end
Mm.
all
course not.
be all, right?
Because
Yeah.
it's a conversation
Because
for sure. It's a basketball conversation for sure. But once we start talking about rings, the conversation changed.
sort
It should.
because it's not
It
the end
should.
all
So
be all.
me and you had this conversation a couple weeks, Josh. A couple weeks ago when we was talking about the Hall of Fame. This is my theory on the Hall of Fame. Y'all can tell me if y'all disagree with it or not. I always put it like this. This is how I choose my Hall of Fame niggas. We got the dudes that's supposed to be there, right? So I put it to you like this. When you walk into that room and everybody sit at that long ass fucking table, there's gonna be some conversations had, right? And the
Right?
legends is gonna start running down their resume. I did blah 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 blah. But if your resume is I did blah, get the fuck out. I did blah blah, get the fuck out.
I don't think that's what
If
it
you
is,
can't
though.
have
I
the
don't
same
think that's what
resume,
it is.
If you
I
can
don't
have the
think
your
same
that's what it
resume
is.
resume.
don't matter the
I
same way
Vern,
that the dudes
Vern,
that you
you
know
ever
that
been
should
in
be
it?
in that
Vern,
motherfucker, then
Vern,
it don't matter.
Vern, you've been a
Mm.
champion before in the rec league. I got 3 champs. I don't know how
You
many
need to
rings
say
you got.
regularly. Don't diminish me.
Whatever. You got rings. It's a different talk. It's a different walk for that next year until you got to see me again. It's a reason
For
for that.
sure. For
It's a
sure.
reason for that.
I get to
So,
own that. Yeah.
yeah, Barkley, you were great, but bruh, it's a reason.
But see, I hate when people do the buck, bruh.
But why is it a but,
But it
bruh? Because
is
it's
because
facts.
there's
At
a
the end of the day,
throughput.
you
Usually,
didn't do it. You did
that's
not
like
do it.
Charles.
You
If
are
he
a
played
great
defense,
player,
you
but
think he
you
would have
ain't
got a?
got
You
one of
think he would
these,
got a
bro.
ring if he was
A better
instead of a
defender?
poor
No,
defender?
he
If
he's a
a
No,
Hall
I'm
of
listening.
Kobe,
I
Fame
was asking,
player.
wait for Curtis to finish.
If he was a Kobe Mike level defender, do you think he get a ring? I think he get a
No,
ring. If
it's the help too.
I
Like
mean,
y'all
and you
said, if
nah,
he has
go,
better
go
help,
through the people who didn't
if
win
he has
rings. Steve
better help,
Nash, he was a horrible defender, no
if Dan
rings.
Marley a better defender, they might win.
But if Steve Nash, you the man, you the person carrying the, you can,
He
uh, um,
We've established that
Steph
you have
became
to have a team
a
though.
decent
As a
defender. He
star,
became a better defender. Was never a great defender, but
but
he
but
became a
as a
serviceable
star,
defender
we've
on the way to
established
winning the
too that you
championship.
we've established too that you have to have a team. But when you the man, you the cherry.
But let's talk about
You the
the
cherry.
attributes of the
Like when
man.
you have a
Let's
good
talk about
team.
the attributes that get you to be a championship. You know how you lead a team to a championship. The people who led teams to a championship. You know,
Mm.
great
But
certain attributes.
every player wasn't a top 10 defender that was a top 10 defender though. You
Who
know what I'm
was it?
saying? Some players
Shaq.
were great.
Does would you say
Some
out your
players
mouth
were
that
great
Charles
in
Barkley wasn't
moments
that
where they
guy?
needed.
He was
But
that guy
some
100%. He just wasn't
No,
a
I'm
good
asking
defender.
Josh. I'm asking Josh.
huh?
Would you actually out your mouth in a conversation, like you having a honest conversation with somebody? Would you tell somebody that Charles Barkley wasn't that guy?
No, I wouldn't say that see, you're confusing
I'm
what
asking
I'm
because
saying.
I
He
got a couple
is
more.
that
What about
guy.
Patrick Ewing?
I'm saying that he was the guy on his team, but he not in the room. That's what I'm
Okay.
saying.
He can't go to the
He's
What?
the man.
VIP room. I
Charles
got you.
Barkley. Hey man, look, I love Charles Barkley. I love his shoes. He has one of my favorite dunks of all time. He's one of my favorite power forwards of all time.
He just
But
can't go to the
he's
VIP.
not in the room, bro.
He can't go
It's
to the VIP. I'm
levels.
with you.
It's freaking levels. He's not in the room with Giannis. He's not. He's not in the room.
I think the
Great as
problem
Charles
comes in
Barkley is,
when the casuals talk about
but
Charles
great as
Barkley.
Charles Barkley is, Giannis can go.
Yeah,
That's where ring culture comes from, though. When you
But
do
that's
shit
what
like
it's
that.
supposed to be. What are we playing for, Vern?
No,
Are
I
we
get
playing
it,
it?
but we
Are we
answering the
playing to
question
say, "Oh,
though.
you were great"? Is this the wait a minute? Hold on. Is this the you are great league? That's what we do it.
What's the
Hey,
alternative? I'm
is
waiting for
this? Oh,
alternative.
you
Hold
were
on before
great.
I
All
answer.
right. This is the NBA. This is the you are great league. You were great. That's it. That's where we leaving it at.
But if you was
nah.
great, we get to say you was great.
Yeah. So what about the dudes that are the greatest?
Well,
Where do
the
we put them
greatest
at?
should always be there. That's not up for debate right there. We know who the greatest is,
But that's where ring culture come from. So
but
I can
everybody ain't the
say that.
greatest.
But that's where ring culture come from. So I can say that. Yeah, you great, but I'm the greatest.
Hey, is Dirk better than Karl Malone?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It
yeah.
don't have nothing to do
And that
with
ain't got nothing to do with a ring.
rings. He's just a better player than him.
He's a
It's
That
better
no.
ain't got nothing
player.
to do with a
He's
ring.
a
Let me
better
tell
Better
you.
than
all around
Dirk?
player
Dirk
than
better than
Carl.
Charles Barkley?
No,
No.
no,
Hold on.
Wait a
no,
Yes.
minute now.
no,
Yes.
no,
Yes.
no. It's not.
Yes.
Dirk is not a better player than Charles Barkley. Charles Barkley shoot threes. Charles Barkley, he's the great. He's probably the
Dirk
second or
don't shoot
third
threes.
great. Charles Barkley can't shoot threes. First of all,
Who's a better 3-point shooter?
he's not a better 3-point shooter than Dirk, but he can't shoot threes. He won a couple of games on 3-pointers on
You
some of the
think
best players
Barkley
in the
is?
game.
You
He did
think
the
Barkley's
most
better
work,
than Dirk in the
but
post?
but oh for
Dirk got a
sure,
signature move. Give me Barkley's
for
signature
sure.
move.
For sure.
Dirk
He is
got a
three
signature
times
move in the
better than
post.
Dirk.
Give me a
He is
Barkley
three
signature
times
move in the
better than
post.
Dirk in the post. He is three times better than Dirk in the post.
I
He
don't
is
know
the
about
second.
that one, cuz.
He may be the top three rebounder of all time too. Let's not forget that.
He's a much better rebounder than Dirk.
So when you add once again, two is always better than one or two. Two or three is always better than one or two.
Say,
I don't
bro.
know.
I
Yeah. So
mean, Dirk.
if he can do three things or four things better than another guy, then
Barkley,
he's
I
better.
think Barkley only do one thing better, which is rebound. I don't think
Yeah.
Barkley post game is better than Dirk's.
But he played better defense than
It's
Dirk.
two ways to skin a
No, they
cat,
both
But
but
play
he,
I'm
bad
telling you,
defense. They
but
both
Barkley
he,
ain't
play
play
no,
no
bad
he
defense,
don't
bro.
play
defense.
defense. But he played better defense than Dirk. He
Nah,
don't play
they
defense,
both.
but he played better defense
Hey,
than Dirk.
Nah,
Dirk
No,
Dirk
got a
don't
I
play
done
ring,
seen,
bro.
defense.
we done seen highlights of Barkley blocking shots. Don't do that. We done seen highlights of him just grabbing up, jumping up, and grabbing dudes air, shots out the air and stuff. So we ain't never seen Dirk do that.
Hey, Dirk got a ring. Charles don't.
Yeah, but we
Ring
talk
culture.
when we saying player for
Hey, how
yeah
Dave
Ring
yeah
Chappelle say,
when
culture.
got
we
to
say when we saying player for player, it's a such thing as a player who doesn't have a ring that's better than another player. But
So,
you still can't come in the room.
so the reason why I brought that up is
You
because,
still can't come in
again,
the room. Yeah,
end
you
all
better
be
than
all,
me,
right?
but you can't come in the room.
End all be all. Like, okay, you got 4 rings. I got 2. Does it automatically make you better than me?
If you were the head, yeah.
Nah, there's circumstances that go with that.
Yeah.
It's
There's
circumstances
circumstances
that
that
go
go
with
with
that.
that.
So the nuance of this conversation, right? Who did
Yeah.
you play against? Who got injured?
Okay,
Who was
I'll
on
give you
your
a perfect
team?
example. Kobe got 5 rings, but if we keep it 100, until he got 4 and 5, all the first 3 that he got, everybody discredited because it's like you only got that motherfucker because the Shaq was there.
Yeah,
Facts.
that's but see, oh, okay, I'm
Facts.
I'm
so
just
happy.
saying.
I'm
I'm
Yeah.
so
just
happy
saying.
you
The
said that.
first
And,
I'm
3,
and,
so
everybody
happy
was
you
like, you
said.
only got that
I'm
because
so
Shaq was there.
Vern. Thank you
and
for
the first
saying that.
6 that
Thank,
Pippen got,
thank,
everybody said you
thank
got
you
it
for
because
saying that,
Michael was
Vern.
there.
Vern, thank you for saying that. You know why I'm thanking you for saying that? Why you think he felt like he needed to get them other 2 rings?
Yeah.
Answer.
Because of that conversation.
Because
I get that.
Because of that
exactly my
conversation.
point.
Because of that
Because of the
conversation.
conversation, this ring culture conversation that we have, that they have in their rooms with each other.
But hey, let me ask this: why don't Magic get planted with that same stuff? Because all 5 of his he got was with Kareem. He never won
Because
one without Kareem.
One of the
because
greatest
we
in the
know
history of the
because we
game.
saw because with basketball eyes, we saw Magic be the guy on
Yeah.
two or three different occasions in finals. We
Yeah.
saw him be the
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
He wasn't always second fiddle like
The nigga
Scotty.
had the rookie
But
championship, the
we
'87
but
But
championship
we
where he hit the
that
hook and all
actually
that. I get it.
his very
but we
first
saw Kobe
season
be the
in
guy too. We saw Kobe be
the
the guy
very
during those
first
first 3.
season
We
the
seen him
We
very
do it.
did.
first season that he
We
won a
did.
championship, the very first season, the game he won the championship, Kareem didn't play in that game.
That was one
42,
game though.
17,
42,
and 5,
17, and 9.
and 9.
No, it was
God.
five.
Man.
Yeah, but
It's
that was
So
one
42,
game though.
15, and 9.
and that's without Kareem.
42,
And
15, and 9.
that was him at the head of the snake. So we
Well,
In
actually
that's
one
one
see
game.
game though.
we know
That's one
But
so
game.
there's
That's
one
no,
not
game, and
no,
everything.
that's
no,
the
no,
cold part.
no,
Now I
no.
hear you.
We
That wasn't a
no,
series.
we
It was
seen
only
other
one
That
games.
game.
was
But
one game.
What about the hook shot?
in
That was that
'87,
same
yes.
game.
But
Yeah,
again,
so
one
that
game.
was all Magic. That whole fourth quarter Magic went freaking crazy. And
Just like Kobe against Indiana.
that was in
Kobe
capital
did
top.
that against
So
Indiana to keep him
we
in.
seen him with moments with the guy on the floor be the guy. So he's in a different conversation.
He
Kobe
ain't
It's
in
the
averaging.
reason
different. He had
why
to win
it's the
two
reason.
more. He
That's
had to
why.
win
Hey,
two
look
more to
though.
be in a
Wait a
different
minute.
conversation, though.
Another thing. Another thing y'all might not have realized. He's the only other guy that nobody talks about like that. Think
Cool.
about it. Magic.
Magic.
Think about it. He's the only other guy that nobody talks about like that.
Yeah,
Bird
we don't
too.
talk about him
No,
in a
Bird
manner
ain't
of
never
being a
been the other guy.
sidekick.
He was always ahead of the
Bird did
snake.
what?
Bird has never been the other guy.
No,
Never.
it ain't about being the other guy, but
No,
he had
I'm
a whole
saying
team
that
built
Magic
around him.
wasn't supposed to be
Yeah.
in.
He had a
He
team
was the.
around him, though. You gotta understand, though. Like I
No,
love
I
Bird
know
and
what you're
Magic
saying, but
that
I'm
went to
saying though none of
ready-made
them.
teams, bro.
But no, what I'm saying is
Yeah.
none of them was Kareem.
What?
Nobody on the Celtics was the greatest center ever.
I get
Hmm.
that.
Possibly
So
the greatest
so
basketball player
But
ever.
so
one of
we
Larry Bird's
never
teams,
said
one of
Magic.
Larry
We
Bird's
never
teams is
spoke
going
of
down as the
Magic in
greatest team
perfection.
ever in basketball
That's
Huh?
because of
facts.
the team.
What?
The '86 Celtics are going down as probably the best team ever in basketball
You know,
That's one
what
of
I'm
them.
saying
because
though,
of the
but
team.
who's
You know
the
what I'm saying?
man on that team though? Who's the man on that team? The head of the snake is Larry. If you would have said that for the Lakers, just like y'all saying, most of the time the head of the snake has been Kareem. But we've never spoken in Magic in the same terms as we speak as a Scotty or something like that. We always keep him in the same high regard and put him on the same
I got you.
level as everybody else, as
Mhm.
Larry, as Michael, and everybody else.
Maybe we
Magic is,
are.
even though he was the other guy. So that proves with our eyes, we saw him. He was the man. He
Maybe we
just
are.
had the best. He had the best center ever on his team.
Got to start having that
And we're not
conversation.
gonna talk. And we're not gonna act like Kareem wasn't freaking 45. Like, come on, man. Like, come on.
He was
Like,
MVP of the '88
I know,
World
but he still was
Finals.
45, Kirby.
He
I don't
retired
know.
at 42
People,
when he was
Like,
40. He retired at 40.
social media was kind of attacking LeBron, talking about, why would he say that? But just pointing out nuance, and that Jordan even said the same thing, man.
I feel like it's a cop
He
out.
said, Bill Russell said, does that make Bill Russell better than me because he has
I feel like
11
he's
and I
copping
got
out.
6, or
I
me
feel like
better
he
than
copping
him?
out. LeBron's
Can
copping
I
out.
finish?
I feel
He
like
was
he made
just
a good
saying,
point.
I
He
feel
just
like
he
he's
wasn't
said
copping
ready
the
out.
to
He
say it.
exact
couldn't
same
accomplish
thing
the
that Michael
goal.
Jordan said.
I feel like he couldn't accomplish the goal. So now he's saying, well, why everybody tripping off rings? If he had 6, the conversation would be different.
No, he said out his mouth that it's not the end all be all, and we just all agreed on that. It's not
That's
the end all
because he
be all.
ain't got 6, Jan.
So now you moving the goalpost up as LeBron
No, I'm
James. I
not moving
see.
the
See,
goalpost.
that's
I
where
All
really,
right,
he
bro.
that's where he can't
I
say it.
really
Would
truly
you
All
say
right,
feel
bro.
like,
Why
I feel
everybody
like
All
if
right,
he
trolling
bro.
had
right now?
6, he
All
would
right,
not
bro.
have said. We talking about the man that actually said, "I'm the GOAT." We
Well,
talking
Jordan
about the
didn't
dude that
accomplish
said,
the
"I'm the
goal
GOAT."
either. He didn't get 11, so Bill Russell's the GOAT. All right.
No, I'm just
So on
saying.
that
If
note,
I swear to God, I feel like if he had 6, he wouldn't be saying what he's saying.
even Mike
I feel
Jordan
like
said
because he's been on the hook for not winning 5 and 6 and 7 and 8, all the stuff he was saying in Miami. He's been on the hook for that
I
since
said he
he said that.
participated. That's why he can't say it. He
And,
he
participated.
and
did
since
participate.
and since he didn't get there, now while everybody tripping off rings, I really truly feel like that.
He didn't even say why everybody's shooting off rings. He just said it's not the end all be all of the conversation.
No,
That's all.
Yeah.
but
There's a
And
he
lot of
I
literally
agree,
nuance
did.
man.
involved,
Look,
bro.
He
if you made
did
it to
say
the
I don't
finals,
understand why. He
there's
did
something to
say
be
I don't
said for
understand
you.
why people make big
And you
deals
look at all
about
these
the rings.
greats
He
that we talk
literally said
about,
that.
and we say they didn't win the championship, but they made it. They made it. There's a and that's a hard. It's hard to make it in the NBA, make it to the finals. And these dudes
It's hard to win
played
a
how
ring.
many? Them cats played how many? 10 a decade plus
You
at
can't
the
get one
highest level, and they make it there one time. You know the Karl Malone and John Stockton. They made it twice.
twice.
One. They made
Yeah,
it twice.
Twice.
Played it twice, yeah.
Yeah, they
twice.
made
They
it
made it
twice, and
twice.
and and what's the name made it once. Charles made it once. I mean,
Yeah.
these dudes that gets you to the all-time great conversation, and
Hmm.
making it there. You look, winning. There's so much stuff that happens winning and losing. We've seen that, when the Warriors won when Kyrie and Kevin Love got hurt. We lost when Draymond got the fluky foul, and then
Oh
Steph
yeah,
got
they
hurt,
did go 3 times. Carl
and
did
then
go 3 times. I forgot
but
that he
I
did go
mean,
three
stuff
times.
happens in the path of actually winning the championship that are outside of your greatness, outside of your control, and
Nothing you
man,
can do about it.
making it there, put you in that echelon, that upper echelon. Even because like guys like uh, AI, he took a team there, he carried his team there. That
Mhm.
says something. If you think about all the upper echelon guys, they got their team to the championship, whether they won the ring or not. That's another half a step up, or whatever you want to call it. But all the people that we talk about, discuss in that echelon of greatness, they all led their teams at least to a final. Now,
So
whether
Yeah,
they
oh yeah.
and they
Oh
led,
hell
I
yeah.
and they were beat by somebody just as great as them
Yeah.
and probably on a better team most of the time.
no, I
Well,
agree with Cuz,
I
but
think
like
that's
I think
we
I
are
think what's
well
more
over.
polarizing about with the Jordan situation, bro. Like if we just gonna leave it with everybody else, like 6-0 is crazy. When he
It's
finally
crazy.
cracked that code, nobody else won on his watch. And a
Yeah.
lot of motherfuckers, Magic can't say that, Bird can't say that, Steph can't say that, LeBron can't say that. Nobody else can say that, bro. Once I cracked that Da Vinci code, nobody else won on my watch until I was done with it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And that's where I think that's where he's go. That's what I think puts him in the
But
room
I love
dicey.
y'all. I love
But
y'all.
that's been the hour. We actually went over, man. I appreciate everybody who showed up tonight, man, who participated in the shows, who participated in the comments. Both my big cousins, I love y'all so much, man. I really appreciate y'all showing up, man. I really do. Bro, I love you, man. You know what I'm saying? I love doing this with you. We gonna keep it going. We gonna figure out some more content for y'all to drop as the NBA off season goes along and stuff like that. I got a surprise for you guys coming up in the football season, man. Me and my lady might have something special for y'all this football season coming out. So
All right.
check that out. Make sure y'all look out for that. Of course, we just left it on the court, man. I need everybody to make sure you hit that YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, and share. Check us out on TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Get updates. Facebook also. Make sure you cop your merch. Make sure you get your hashtag That's Game shirts. We still have the giveaway going. So this time, I guess, it's for the pre-order for this new 2K26. So if you want us to buy your 2K26, go to the videos, leave a comment or something that I said, or something that y'all said,
What
or
if I'm
something
on the
our guest
video?
said that you like. If enough people like it, we gonna put you on. With that being said, man, that's game.
That's game.